Election coverage for the primary election 2026. I'm Todd Steenbergen, and joining me tonight is Bobby Richardson. Hello, Bobby.
Good afternoon. Glad to be here.
It is good to have you here, and we appreciate your expertise. You've been helping WCLU for a few years, haven't you?
Well, I think I was about 11 years old when I started.
11 years old. Well, you know.
It seems like that, at least.
Understand. Well, we sure appreciate your help over the years. You've added a lot of insight going into this primary election. It has a few hotly contested races, doesn't it?
It does, and that's what makes elections exciting, having some hotly contested races. That's what got me interested, I suppose.
Oh, definitely. And of course, you served several years as Speaker of the House for the 23rd District in Kentucky, and I know you learned a lot and contributed a lot during that time.
Well, thank you. I did learn a lot. Of course, I was there for 19 years. I was Speaker for 4 years and Majority Leader for 6, so I had a lot of exposure.
Oh, yeah, and you've got a lot of good memories from that experience.
I do. It was nothing could have been more rewarding for somebody that grew up in 88 Kentucky.
From 88 to Frankfort.
That's right.
That sounds like a book title.
Well, it does, doesn't it?
It does. You need to consider that, Bobby.
Well, if I ever write a book, I'll consider that.
Okay. I think that would be very, very popular here in these parts. That is for sure. We have several local races in Barren County that we're going to be following tonight as the polls are closing. They have closed. Of course, there may be some people in line. They still have the opportunity to vote. And we're going to see those numbers begin to roll in. And Chris Houchins is helping in the process. He's ready to write some numbers on the wall. Chris, are you ready tonight?
Not on the wall, but we've wallpapered.
Exactly, we've wallpapered
we
the wall.
wouldn't do that to our friends here at
Exactly.
SRTC. We're not graffiti, but yes, as you can see, we have every race, all candidates, actually along two walls here. And so as the evening progresses, what we will do is we have precinct workers out in every precinct, all 9 precincts across Barren County, as well as at the government center at the clerk's office. They will gather those totals. They will send those back to our tabulators. The tabulators will do the math. They will transfer those numbers up here. We'll do the math up here. And so we'll see as the 9 precincts and the absentees and earlies come in, we'll see how the races progress and finally get an end total for each one of them. But we'll be able to see, of course, Bobby and Todd will talk about this a little bit more, but you know, the city council obviously is being narrowed down in this primary for the fall election. The 3 big races here in Barren County with the judge executive, the sheriff, the jailer. Also several magistrate districts are up, all except one actually, constable. We're also tracking the local numbers for U.S. Senate and U.S. Representative as far as numbers here in Barren County. And we are also monitoring the Secretary of State's website for information about the statewide races. Of course, those races have already closed in the Eastern Time Zone.
Right. Results are already coming in Eastern Kentucky, and we'll be sharing a little bit about that. We want to thank our sponsors tonight for our election coverage. State Farm Agent Jason Miller, Colton Steakhouse and Grill, Luxury Garden Center, Glasgow Coin and Jewelry, Diamond Elite Sport Complex, Walbert Trucking, and Hurt Auto Sales. And, of course, our partners here at SCRTC. We appreciate them for all the coverage tonight and the camera work and the technology and the room, and it is great. We do want to encourage candidates as you learn the results. You can come here and learn the results, and we definitely encourage and invite you to come and participate. We would like to talk to the winning candidates, of course, as the evening goes on. So please come. We've got several chairs, and we've got a big room that we can cater to you, and we do have food, by the way. So yes, that's a big plus. So come on out and join us here at South Central RTC. Let's take a quick break for our sponsors just to let that happen. We'll see what comes in the next minute or two, and we'll come back and preview some of the races and get some thoughts from Bobby about tonight's election coverage here on SCRTC Channel 6 and WCLU, powered by Glasgow News 1.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say,
What? Huh?
I'm so over this.
but what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Call Jason Miller at 651-3608 or visit online at insureyoursix.com for a free quote today.
Oh, thanks. That's real thoughtful. Now I'm thinking about a 12-ounce Ceruloid. Let's go eat.
Cool. I'm calling my friends. We can all eat with this. Thanks.
Colton's Steakhouse and Grill gift cards make everyone happy. You've taken care of mom. Now take care of dad and those grads for Father's Day and graduation. Colton's is fun, casual, and has something for everyone. Colton's Steakhouse and Grill, serving you in Glasgow, Campbellsville, and Radcliffe. We know what's at stake.
Winter is finally over. Is your yard ready? At Luxury Garden Center in Glasgow, we make spring renewal effortless. Our designer hanging baskets add an instant pop of color, while our hardy shrubs build a foundation that lasts. Whether you're a seasoned DIYer or just starting out, find the quality your home deserves. Stop by Luxury Garden Center today and visit their Facebook to view containers, garden accessories, and thriving plants and flowers. Luxury Garden Center, always happy to help with your herb appeal.
I'm Eddie Bruner with Glasgow Coin and Jewelry. I'm a professional numismatist who has bought and sold tens of millions of dollars in coins and currency in the state of Kentucky. I've been heavily involved in numismatics in the state for nearly 30 years, and in the past 16, I've operated my store, Glasgow Coin and Jewelry, here on the square in Glasgow. I don't play silly games like a pawn shop or a day buyer. I'm straightforward and do honest business. I've been trusted by attorneys, courts, and citizens across multiple counties to appraise and liquidate collections of coins, currency, and precious metals. I'm South Central Kentucky's source for all things numismatic.
If you want the best for your baseball or softball player, discover Diamond Elite Sports Complex, located next to Luxury Garden Center, offering premium facilities for athletes who refuse to settle. From customized batting and pitching lessons with professional trainers, we are where champions are built. No matter the skill level, visit DiamondEliteKY.com and book your session today. That's DiamondEliteKY.com. Diamond Elite Sports Complex. Your journey to the next level starts here.
In 1932, a handshake meant everything. At Walbert Trucking, it still does. We're family owned and looking for local and OTR drivers to join our team. We're a local Glasgow-based company with nearly a century on the road. We know how to treat drivers right. Ready for a career where you're known by name? Apply today at GoWalbert.com or visit us at 106 Shawn Lane in Glasgow. Walbert Trucking, driven by family since 1932.
It's always good to see Bobby Lee Hurt from Hurt Auto Sales.
Always my pleasure.
What you got on the lot?
Just in, Todd. 2019 Chrysler Pacifica. Third row seat, local trade-in, lots of room. Price to sell at $15,900. 2017 GMC Yukon SLT. Four-wheel drive, local trade-in, excellent condition. Priced at $21,900. 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Four-wheel drive, mid-size SUV, white with black leather interior. Price to sell at $15,900.
Head out to Hurt Auto Sales, where
there's no pain when you trade with Hurt.
SCRTC Connect is the ultimate Wi-Fi experience. Welcome home to reliable internet from SCRTC, your fiber optic provider. Create a tailored environment that allows you to take control of your Wi-Fi. Simple and intuitive features to keep your Wi-Fi network safe and at peak performance. Sign up for SCRTC Fiber Fast Internet today and download the ultimate Wi-Fi experience to take control of your internet. SCRTC Connect.
Broadcasting from the SCRTC studios, we might call it. We're here with WCLU. Bobby Richardson joining me. Todd Steenbergen, thank you for tuning in. We're going to have election results pouring in any time now, Bobby. I'm sure you have some memorable elections that stand out over the past few years.
Oh, yeah, we've had a lot of elections, especially we used to have races for county judge that were fought hard, close races. I remember Harry Berry and James Gillenwater made 2 successive races against each other for county judge, 100 votes difference in the results both times with Gillenwater winning. Those sort of things happened. That was back when they went around to the precincts and had speeches in each of the 20-some
Over. Is your yard ready? At Luxury Garden Center in Glasgow, we make spring renewal effortless.
Very adamant in their election then, very adamant about their positions in politics, just like we are today. If I've got time to tell a story.
Oh, please do, yes.
During World War II, a fellow that lived in our community was drafted, of course, from a very staunch Republican family. And his parents were illiterate. So as a result of that, he would write letters to them, and they would bring them to my Uncle Jesse Brandstetter, who would read the letters to them and then write their responses. Near the end of the war, this letter came, and it said, "Mom and Dad, I know you'll take this letter to Mr. Brandstetter, and I've always valued his opinion. You know I'm here fighting this war after the Battle of the Bulge, and it looks like we're going to win. If we do, Roosevelt's going to get all the credit. Should I fight hard or hold back a little?"
He wanted to know what Mr. Brandstetter thought of that.
That's right, he did. So people were deep involved in their politics then as they are now.
It's a never-ending story, really. The names change over the years, but the election fever remains the same, right?
It does. It certainly does.
Well, we've got a very contested race for Glasgow City Council. 23 candidates, only 8 incumbents, if I'm right in looking at the math right now. Have you ever seen a city council race quite like this one?
Well, I can't say for sure. I can't remember exactly. You know, we only have primary elections when there are, for city council, when there are more than twice the number of candidates as there are seats.
Mm-hmm.
So 18 would be the magic number. If you exceeded that, you'd have to have a primary. So we've got 25, 4, something
23,
like
I believe,
running.
Candidates.
I believe I recall back when we had 12 city councilmen that we've had some primaries.
Okay.
So that would have been more than 24.
So if I'm hearing you right, if we were still on the 12 council setup, we wouldn't have a primary
We
right
would
now,
not.
correct?
There has to, since they've reduced it to 9 members, 18 is the magic number.
Okay.
Exceeding that requires a primary.
So 5 will be eliminated tonight in the process, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
So the incumbents, it seems to me like there have been years past where more incumbents would run. Of course, 8 of 9 are running, but with when it was 12, you know, you had a lot more incumbents. It seemed like.
Well, you did. You had 4 more.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So we will keep our eye on that race. The 3 big county races, county judge, executive, sheriff, and jailer, those have always been contested races in the county.
Yes, they have. We've had a lot of political fights over those jobs, and they've been fun to watch.
And this morning I played the traditional election song relating to putting the jam over or putting the jam on the lower shelf, and that came about in the 1950s when that election happened,
In
right?
1952, Marion Vance was a candidate for state representative against Leonard Preston, who was the incumbent, and that's a classic song done by Pat Kingery and the Kentuckians with Tommy Bellamy being probably some of your relatives.
And I'm sure of that. Steenbergen's related to a lot of folks in these parts, as Richardson's are.
Oh, they are. That's right. Nobody admits that much.
I understand. I understand. We are keeping our eye on the magistrate races. We have some contested races there, and we will hopefully see some results be coming in here in the next few moments as our election precinct workers. I say precinct, but basically it's vote centers now,
Voting
correct?
centers. The precincts amount to nothing except for the purpose of allocating the districts for magistrate and constable.
And now you can vote at any of the vote centers.
Yes.
And has that helped voting, do you think?
Well, I think it does. I think early voting has helped, and then I think that today I went to Barren County High School to vote, and they could have handled 50 people at one time. It makes it a lot simpler and a lot quicker.
And I voted at Barren County as well. There were several booths set up for people to vote, and the majority were not filled.
Right.
So it was a very quick process, in and out very quickly, very efficient.
I'm interested to see what kind of turnout we've got, because I was stricken by the fact that there wasn't that many people voting today at about noon.
And it will be interesting to note. Now, my wife voted at Haywood, and their parking lot was full of cars when she went. But it was a fairly quick process getting in and out. But yeah, it will be interesting to see the turnout tonight. And hopefully, you know, we have a lot of issues that folks are concerned about. And I know you, being city attorney, we featured your audio on our news today in regards to the council meeting last night. But it's not just Cave City, but the entire state, the entire country seems to be very concerned, and perhaps rightly so, about data centers.
Well, it's a concern that needs to be investigated. We need to find out what the actual facts are, if it has environmental impact or not. If it does, it certainly needs to be monitored and restricted.
Right.
And I'm not sure, because I don't have enough information to say.
Well, and it's such a new issue, I'm not sure we have enough information over the long term to determine that, but we're definitely going to be looking at it, right?
We are, and of course, one of the problems is that data centers apparently have to exist because so many people are using AI, and I certainly wouldn't want it all to be in China, would you?
That's a good point. That is a very good point. So there are a lot of things to be looking at in regards to that, and we will keep our eye on energy. Energy is a big issue, and of course we've had debates for some time in our country regarding clean energy and such. But that's another issue that folks keep their eyes and ears on.
Yes. It's a changing world. Nothing is like it was when I was growing up. Virtually nothing. Everything is changing, and adapting to change is hard for us to do sometimes.
Yeah.
It is for me.
It is. We were driving back in the fall in Indiana and Michigan, and it's amazing how many wind-powered systems there are, and then something new that we encountered along the way, a lot of solar power, and that's something that people are concerned about.
Well, you know, we usually couldn't have had wind power here, but I've noticed the last couple of 3 years the wind blows all the time here.
All the time.
So we could have some windmills here.
I know. Every other day we have gusty winds and breezy conditions we have to tell folks in the weather forecast. So we do have our share. Speaking of, we are entering a period, this has nothing to do with the election, but starting tonight all the way through Monday, we have a chance of showers and thunderstorms. I'm sure there will be some breezy winds and conditions that we'll have to keep up with and keep our eye on.
Right.
And I'm on severe weather duty. We rotate at the station, severe weather duty, to keep our eyes on that. So I don't know if something happens while I'm here. I think I've got some people that can help.
Well, I hope so. We need to know.
Hopefully we won't have anything to interrupt tonight. But we are appreciative of all the folks who are here. There have been people preparing the food. We've got folks who are working with Glasgow News 1 and powering everything that we're getting ready to talk about. It's probably a good time that we take another break, hear from our sponsors, and hopefully we'll have some results roll in very soon. So you're watching and listening to election coverage on SCRT 6 and SCRTC 6 and WCLU, powered by Glasgow News 1.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Call Jason Miller at 651-3608 or visit online at insureyoursix.com for a free quote today.
Oh, thanks. That's real thoughtful. Now I'm thinking about a 12-ounce sirloin. Let's go eat.
Cool. I'm calling my friends. We can all eat with this. Thanks.
Colton's Steakhouse and Grill gift cards make everyone happy. You've taken care of mom. Now take care of dad and those grads for Father's Day and graduation. Colton's is fun, casual, and has something for everyone. Colton's Steakhouse and Grill, serving you in Glasgow, Campbellsville, and Radcliffe. We know what's at stake.
Winter is finally over. Is your yard ready? At Luxury Garden Center in Glasgow, we make spring renewal effortless. Our designer hanging baskets add an instant pop of color, while our hardy shrubs build a foundation that lasts. Whether you're a seasoned DIYer or just starting out, find the quality your home deserves. Stop by Luxury Garden Center today and visit their Facebook to view containers, garden accessories, and thriving plants and flowers. Luxury Garden Center, always happy to help with your herb appeal.
I'm Eddie Bruner with Glasgow Coin and Jewelry. I'm a professional numismatist who has bought and sold tens of millions of dollars in coins and currency in the state of Kentucky. I've been heavily involved in numismatics in the state for nearly 30 years, and in the past 16, I've operated my store, Glasgow Coin and Jewelry, here on the square in Glasgow. I don't play silly games like a pawn shop or a day buyer. I'm straightforward and do honest business. I've been trusted by attorneys, courts, and citizens across multiple counties to appraise and liquidate collections of coins, currency, and precious metals. I'm South Central Kentucky's source for all things numismatic.
If you want the best for your baseball or softball player, discover Diamond Elite Sports Complex, located next to Luxury Garden Center, offering premium facilities for athletes who refuse to settle. From customized batting and pitching lessons with professional trainers, we are where champions are built. No matter the skill level, visit DiamondEliteKY.com and book your session today. That's DiamondEliteKY.com. Diamond Elite Sports Complex. Your journey to the next level starts here.
In 1932, a handshake meant everything. At Walbert Trucking, it still does. We're family owned and looking for local and OTR drivers to join our team. We're a local Glasgow-based company. With nearly a century on the road, we know how to treat drivers right. Ready for a career where you're known by name? Apply today at GoWalbert.com or visit us at 106 Shawn Lane in Glasgow. Walbert Trucking, driven by family since 1932.
It's always good to see Bobby Lee Hurt from Hurt Auto Sales.
Always my pleasure.
What you got on the lot?
Just in, Todd. 2019 Chrysler Pacifica. Third row seat, local trade-in, lots of room. Price to sell at $15,900. 2017 GMC Yukon SLT. Four-wheel drive, local trade-in, excellent condition, priced at $21,900. 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Four-wheel drive, mid-size SUV, white with black leather interior. Price to sell at $15,900.
Head out to Hurt Auto Sales, where
there's no pain when you trade with Hurt.
SCRTC Connect is the ultimate Wi-Fi experience. Welcome home to reliable internet from SCRTC, your fiber optic provider. Create a tailored environment that allows you to take control of your Wi-Fi. Simple and intuitive features to keep your Wi-Fi network safe and at peak performance. Sign up for SCRTC Fiber Fast Internet today and download the ultimate Wi-Fi experience to take control of your internet. SCRTC Connect.
Welcome back. SCRTC providing the studios that we are broadcasting from tonight. WCLU, GlasgowNews1.com. Thanks you for joining us here on election coverage for the primary election. Now, the polls closed at 6 o'clock, but people still have the chance to vote if they're in line at 6 o'clock. And we're not sure if that was the case at some of these precincts, and we're waiting on that. We do not have any precincts reporting yet, but we hope that will be the case very soon, and we'll see some numbers start to roll in. And we do have a sports update as we see after 3 innings, Barren County leads Allen County 3-1 in the 15th District baseball title game. I'm sure we'll have some updates. Have you ever had an election coverage with sports updates, Bobby?
No, that's a first.
Okay, so there we go.
See changes.
Yes, changes, and we have to keep up with everything, especially baseball and softball. You know,
that's true.
That is true. We appreciate you being here. Let's take a few moments just to look at our statewide results, and it's early. We don't have very many precincts in at all. But early, and it looks like maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 counties on the map reporting some results in regards to the races. And right now, for U.S. Senator, it looks like Andy Barr is leading with 61% of the vote, and I don't see the percentage of how many precincts are in yet. I know that's very slim. But Andy Barr leading the race for U.S. Senate on the Republican side. On the Democratic side, Amy McGrath is leading right now with 45% of the vote. And if we look at our own 2nd Congressional District for U.S. Representative, Brett Guthrie is leading with 86% of the vote. Brett Guthrie has been our congressman for a few years now.
He has, and I'd not even, to be frank about it, I didn't know he had a Republican opponent.
You know, it's interesting to note that when the polls came out, going back to the U.S. Senate race, there are 12 folks on the ballot for U.S. Senator, and we probably haven't heard of over half of them.
Well, that's true. You know, defeating an incumbent congressman is a difficult job.
Mm-hmm.
Now, of course, I know we've got this race going on in northern Kentucky between Massey and Galleran. Is that the way you pronounce it?
I believe that's right.
But generally speaking, incumbent congressmen are very difficult to defeat.
In regards to that particular race, and let me look at that just for a moment, because that is one that is widely watched. Even the national media is keeping up with that one. If I can get my mouse to scroll just a little bit farther. Right now, of course, very slim margin in, but Galleran is leading with 55% of the vote right now. So it'll be interesting to see the results of that. I noticed on the U.S. Senate side, it seemed like we had one candidate named George Washington. I thought that was rather interesting.
I thought he would be a little old for that.
You know, I did too. I did too. In regards for the Democratic Party, there are 7 candidates that are running for the Senate seat there. And of course, the 2 leading contenders on that side are Amy McGrath and Charles Booker. They have both run in national or in statewide contests before.
Right, they would have the name recognition.
And as we look at, let me just take a moment and switch over. We're going to see some results coming in pretty soon because we can tell. I can tell the busyness has happened over at the Tabulation Central headquarters over here, and we'll begin to see some of those results to come in. And let me look and see if I can possibly look at a few things in relation to that. Looks like Glasgow Middle School has reported in. And as we look at that, it seems like Andy Barr is carrying that particular vote center with 156 votes over Daniel Cameron's 90 votes in regards to that. Of course, Brett Guthrie is easily leading in that particular race there as well. For County Judge Executive, at Glasgow Middle School. As of right now, there are 2 machines, and it looks like Jamie Bewley-Byrd is leading over Paula Pettigo at Glasgow Middle School. And in regards to sheriff, right now the preliminary numbers that I'm looking at shows Adam Bowe with a lead in the sheriff's contest, and Aaron Shirley with the lead for jailer. That's just at Glasgow Middle School.
Sure, yeah.
And we do see some totals happening in regards to the county judge executive at Glasgow Middle School. 503 votes for Jamie Bewley-Byrd and 169 for Paula Ratliff Pettigo. And that's been a race that has drawn a lot of interest, hasn't it?
It has, but that's a significant lead.
It is. It is.
Significant result.
And we see that there's no Democratic opponent for county judge executive in the fall, correct?
That's right.
So whoever wins this primary will be the next county judge executive.
Unless something unheard of happens.
Understand. So in regards to the sheriff's race, we're beginning to see some tabulation on that, and we'll have some numbers to report soon there. And actually, I'm not sure I'm seeing the same numbers for the sheriff that's on the tabulation sheet. We might want to check that just to make sure that those numbers agree with what's being sent in. But we'll have a lot of time and a lot more precincts. Obviously, 9 vote centers to get in, plus absentee and early voting. I'm not sure if the early vote numbers are going to be released with absentee or not. Do you know that process?
I don't know. I understood the last time we had this result viewing that they didn't release the absentees until after the polls closed. So maybe we should get those pretty quickly. There shouldn't be many absentees, actually, with all this early voting.
I do have the number of ballots cast at Glasgow Middle School, 1,144 total ballots. And at Austin Tracy, we've got some results from the Austin Tracy Volunteer Fire Department, where the vote center was there. 418 votes cast there. And let's look at the county-wide races in regards to that. And it looks like Jamie Byrd has a wide lead over Paula Pettigo there. And then for the sheriff's race, Adam Bowe seems to be leading there. And also Aaron Shirley for jailer. So just based on 2 vote centers, can we see a pattern yet or not?
We can see a pattern. Of course, at the Austin Tracy Fire Department, you would expect Jamie Bewley-Byrd to be ahead there because
that's right, in her backyard.
Her backyard, her grandparents were longtime residents there, and she grew up there, and and lives there now. So I would have expected that. Even though people from all over the county can vote, I would say that people voting at Austin Tracy Volunteer Fire Departments are either from Lucas or Austin or Tracy.
Right. Probably more of those communities draw more from that community.
That's right.
Than some of the others.
Right. I voted at the middle school. I mean, at Barren County High. My wife voted at the middle school. So.
Well, we see numbers. I do have a question, Chris, if you'll check on the sheriff's race. From what I'm seeing, it looks like maybe the numbers aren't quite right in the tally sheet there. I'm not positive based on what I saw on the tally sheet that came in to us. So I want you to verify that before I look at anything in regards to that. In regards to jailer at Glasgow Middle School, Aaron Shirley, 484 votes. Hunter Jones with 143. and Larry Petit with 36 votes there.
Well, anybody that would agree to be jailer needs to have our congratulations. That is a very, very difficult job.
And we see it's a very important job.
It
obviously.
is, but it's difficult.
It is. It is, and we've had some fine jailers over the years that have a history. Of course, the jail has moved from various location to location over the past 50 years, hasn't it?
Well, longer than that. When I was a youngster, the Barren County Jail was where South Central Bank's headquarters is now.
Really?
There was there. I remember going there with my dad for some business, and Mr. Hardin Elmore was the jailer, and he offered to let me go back and look into the cells, but I was reticent to do that. I was about 5 years old, and I didn't want those doors closing behind me, and I still have that same attitude.
I understand. I used to teach political science once upon a time and would take field trips to the jail. And the jailers would do a good job of, giving a tour and whatnot. I always warned students not to talk to anyone, as we went through, and they showed it to us. And it was very eye-opening for students.
In that jail at where South Central Bank is now, there was a gallows in that jail.
Wow. I did not know that. That's some interesting history right there. But I said I told my students not to talk to anyone, and there were a couple of times, I'm sad to say, that somebody from behind the other side would say, "Hey, Mr. Steenbergen," and I would say hello in return. But anyway, we've got the sheriff's numbers now for Glasgow Middle School. Let me mention that Adam Bowe received 522 votes for sheriff, followed by Freddie Joe Wilkerson at 101 votes, and Steve Garrison 51 votes. And jailer is being tabulated as we see Aaron Shirley with 484 votes at Glasgow Middle School, followed by Hunter Jones with 143, and Larry Petit with 36 votes. So we are getting some numbers in. Let me mention the 1st District Magistrate. That is up as well. 73 votes for Mark Shipley and Brandon Bartley with 19 votes. No incumbent running in the 1st District. Right. I believe Jeff Botts had been the magistrate for the 1st District, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And we see, I think that's all that we have in regards to some of the listings there. Let me just sort of look at some of the tallies coming in just to see if we need to update you on any others. Cave City, numbers are coming in from Cave City in regards to the county judge executive race. We see a tighter race in regards to that. There are 2 machines there, and just for example, one machine, Jamie Bird with 95 votes and Paula Pettigo 86. On the other machine, Paula Pettigo with 59 votes and Jamie Bird with 49. So it seems closer at the Cave City Vote Center.
Yes.
And then we still see a pattern for Adam Bowe and Aaron Shirley in their respective races leading in Cave City right now. So that's what we have in regards to that. Numbers are coming in. We're going to take one more break and hear from our sponsors. We appreciate our sponsors who are helping us tonight. State Farm agent Jason Miller, Colton Steakhouse and Grill, Luxury Garden Center, Glasgow Coin and Jewelry, Diamond Elite Sport Complex, Walbert Trucking, Hurt Auto Sales, of course, our partners here at SCRTC. And we'll return with the primary election coverage after this break. You're watching and listening to election coverage on SCRTC Channel 6 and WCLU, powered by Glasgow News 1.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Call Jason Miller at 651-3608 or visit online at insureyour6.com for a free quote today.
Oh, thanks. That's real thoughtful. Now I'm thinking about a 12-ounce Sarah Lloyd. Let's go eat.
Cool. I'm calling my friends. We can all eat with this. Thanks.
Colton's Steakhouse and Grill gift cards make everyone happy. You've taken care of mom. Now take care of dad and those grads for Father's Day and graduation. Colton's is fun, casual, and has something for everyone. Colton's Steakhouse and Grill, serving you in Glasgow, Campbellsville, and Radcliffe. We know what's at stake.
Winter is finally over. Is your yard ready? At Luxury Garden Center in Glasgow, we make spring renewal effortless. Our designer hanging baskets add an instant pop of color, while our hardy shrubs build a foundation that lasts. Whether you're a seasoned DIYer or just starting out, find the quality your home deserves. Stop by Luxury Garden Center today and visit their Facebook to view containers, garden accessories, and thriving plants and flowers. Luxury Garden Center, always happy to help with your herb appeal.
I'm Eddie Bruner with Glasgow Coin and Jewelry. I'm a professional numismatist who has bought and sold tens of millions of dollars in coins and currency in the state of Kentucky. I've been heavily involved in numismatics in the state for nearly 30 years, and in the past 16, I've operated my store, Glasgow Coin and Jewelry, here on the square in Glasgow. I don't play silly games like a pawn shop or a day buyer. I'm straightforward and do honest business. I've been trusted by attorneys, courts, and citizens across multiple counties to appraise and liquidate collections of coins, currency, and precious metals. I'm South Central Kentucky's source for all things numismatic.
If you want the best for your baseball or softball player, discover Diamond Elite Sports Complex, located next to Luxury Garden Center, offering premium facilities for athletes who refuse to settle. From customized batting and pitching lessons with professional trainers, we are where champions are built. No matter the skill level, visit DiamondEliteKY.com and book your session today. That's DiamondEliteKY.com. Diamond Elite Sports Complex. Your journey to the next level starts here.
In 1932, a handshake meant everything. At Walbert Trucking, it still does. We're family owned and looking for local and OTR drivers to join our team. We're a local Glasgow-based company with nearly a century on the road. We know how to treat drivers right. Ready for a career where you're known by name? Apply today at GoWalbert.com or visit us at 106 Shawn Lane in Glasgow. Walbert Trucking, driven by family since 1932.
It's always good to see Bobby Lee Hurt from Hurt Auto Sales.
Always my pleasure.
What you got on the lot?
Just in, Todd. 2019 Chrysler Pacifica. Third row seat, local trade-in, lots of room. Price to sell at $15,900. 2017 GMC Yukon SLT. Four-wheel drive, local trade-in, excellent condition, priced at $21,900. 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Four-wheel drive, mid-size SUV, white with black leather interior. Price to sell at $15,900.
Head out to Hurt Auto Sales, where
there's no pain when you trade with Hurt.
SCRTC Connect is the ultimate Wi-Fi experience. Welcome home to reliable internet from SCRTC, your fiber optic provider. Create a tailored environment that allows you to take control of your Wi-Fi. Simple and intuitive features to keep your Wi-Fi network safe and at peak performance. Sign up for SCRTC Fiber Fast Internet today and download the ultimate Wi-Fi experience to take control of your internet. SCRTC Connect.
Good evening. I'm Todd Steenbergen. Bobby Richardson joining me for election coverage here at SCRTC here on WCLU, and we're all powered by Glasgow News 1. Bobby, thank you for joining me again.
Glad to be here.
And we see 23 candidates for Glasgow City Council. One thing that struck me, a lot of the challengers were fairly newcomers to Glasgow and Barren County, and I don't know exactly how many, but that was one thing that struck me about that race.
Well, some of the names were unfamiliar to me too, and that's pretty unusual for me.
It is, but it was just something I noted that that we saw that, and it'll be interesting to keep our eye on that. We don't have any numbers yet in regards to the city council that we can see, but they are beginning to come in. And let me come back to Glasgow Middle School is in the final numbers, and we've already reported on that. In regards to that, we do have some more magistrate races to report. We were talking about at Glasgow Middle School that Mark Shipley was leading in the 1st district, and also at Glasgow Middle School we have some other magistrate races for the 2nd district. It's very few people voted in the 2nd district at Glasgow Middle, but 11 voted for Derek Pettigo and 7 voted for Brandon Bell. Very close there. We see that in the 3rd district, Tim Durham, who is an incumbent, is leading there. In the 4th district, we see that is very close. Glasgow Middle School numbers. Trevor Phillips is leading at Glasgow Middle 167 votes to Tim Coomer's 152. And then we get to the 4th district, and Wayne Pettigo leads with 238 votes over Russ Webster's 49. And
that's Constable.
And that is Constable. You're exactly right. I didn't look carefully there. That was the Constable race. Do we have a constable for every district now?
Yes.
We do.
I mean, one is authorized. I don't know if we have one in every district, but there's a constable in every magisterial district in Barren County.
And I'm thinking that may be the only constable race in the 4th district that we have in this election. Magistrate in the 5th district, we see Marty Kinslow with the lead there right now. And for the 7th district, Brad Gross is leading. Of course, that's only one vote center, and numbers are very close, but just to give folks an idea of that. And we will have more come in. I'm curious in regards to the state election right now. It looks like Gallerin is leading over Thomas Massey, 54 to 46% of the vote, but that's only roughly 37,000 votes. So that's one that folks are keeping up with nationwide in regards to the 4th congressional district. It seems interesting in regards to the national sentiment in regards to impacting statewide races today. Has it ever happened to this degree?
Well, I think President Trump has more influence over Republican primaries than anybody that I've ever seen, any president, had over their own party's primaries. You know, President Roosevelt tried to do that back in the late 30s and early 40s unsuccessfully, of course. And I don't know that anybody else has tried it much since then till President Trump.
And that race is one to watch nationwide. Today the news has been on a Senate seat in Texas, which the election's coming up next week. So we just hear more about those kinds of things, it seems like, than we have in previous years. The food is here, and let me invite, while I'm thinking of it, we do have some food here at SCRTC. We invite candidates to come out and visit with us tonight, and you can enjoy waiting for the results to come in. We would love to talk with you once it is clear that we are going to have some winners declared. We would definitely want to talk with you if you're a winner, and come on out and watch the votes with us. We would love to share our goodies with you as well. So some good things.
You know, Todd, back when they had the paper ballots and they counted them at the courthouse, they kept up with the results across the street at the Republican office. That was the newspaper office across the street, Bishop and Stone Insurance was, along in that area.
Okay, they're on the south side.
Yes, and they would yell the results out of the window of the upstairs the courthouse across the street, and Mr. Jones would put the results in his window. People stood around and waited for the results to be posted.
I'm surprised they didn't use carrier pigeons or something to send the results back that way.
They might not have come back. So
that is true. Going to the wrong counting procedure.
That's right.
Have you got some other interesting memories of elections? Have you got a good story that you can share with us?
Well, a lot of my stories are tried and true. They've been told a lot, but one of the things that I think is so typical was the Dr. Howard story.
Okay.
Back in the 30s, 40s, and early 50s, Dr. C.C. Howard was a chief political power in Barren County. He held no office, but Ms. Bess, his sister, was county clerk for 32 years. And during a period during that time, at the Lucas precinct, there were no registered Republicans. So they imported Republicans to hold as election officers. And one year they were counting the votes, and as they counted the Lucas precinct, they found a vote for the Republican presidential candidate.
Wow.
An unusual event in Lucas.
Yes.
So somebody said, we better tell Dr. Howard about that. And they reported it to him, who was there, and he said, well, there's something wrong. Lay it out to the side. They counted on again, and they came up on the second one. And they called him over and said, here's another Republican vote in Lucas. What do we do? He said, throw them out. The rascal has voted twice.
One of the many election stories from years gone by.
That's right.
And that was when there were actual voting houses for some of the precincts, just little houses, looked like a shed maybe, not much bigger than a backyard shed, but they were only used for voting, and then they locked them up. But that's where the voting took place.
Yes, that's right. I remember they had one at Temple Hill. We didn't have one at 88. They voted in my parents' business place.
And I hear the adding machines, they're really going over there, so we're gonna get some more numbers eventually. I don't think I need to refresh anything. Let me try that. And no, I'm just seeing Glasgow Middle at the moment, so we will get some more in here momentarily as they are coming in. And I'm going to call across the room. If someone can bring my phone back to me, I had let someone borrow it. If they're finished, I might be able to look at some of these and be able to get a little bit of information on in regards to what's going on. Thank you, sir. And let's just check and see what might be happening. It looks like Temple Hill is in, and let me just roughly look at the 3 county-wide races that are probably the most followed. And in regards to county judge executive, again, 2 machines at all of the voting centers, and we see machine number 1 at Temple Hill. Jamie Bird with 51 votes, Paula Pettigo with 24. The second machine, Jamie Bird with 147 votes, and Paula Pettigo with 65. So that's the condition there. And in regards to sheriff and jailer, we still see the pattern where Adam Bowe is leading at that vote center for sheriff, and Aaron Shirley is leading for jailer there.
Why do you suppose one of the machines has many more votes on it than the other? They were side by side.
They were side by side, but I'm thinking as people walked to the machine, the first closest one is where they went to. They didn't know they could walk around and go to that other one and go ahead and scan in there. Now, that's just my guess. I'm not positive about that. But
pretty good guess.
And it was a good idea. You know, at one time, maybe only one or two precincts had two voting machines that you actually, for example, Haywood used to have a Haywood East and Haywood West. We don't need that division anymore. But Clerk Helena Chase Birdwell mentioned that there were two machines at each place just in case something happened to the one and they were left with one operating one. So that would be the case there.
Well, she does a great job with holding these elections. She should be commended for having efficient, honest elections.
And a busy place. I mean, the clerk's office, even on election day when they're not doing regular clerking business with titles, registrations, and whatnot, there's a lot to do in overseeing the elections. There are questions the poll workers have. They call in during, the voting hours to check on something and just to make sure everything is operating accordingly. So yeah, kudos to the Barren County Clerk's Office for the hard work they do, not just this election, but any election, because they keep us straight there. We have Gage Wilson at our clerk's office, and his numbers. He will be getting the absentee and the early voting numbers to us. Eventually, we'll see those. But they have not released any of those at this moment. But we do have some extra numbers on the wall. Chris Houchins, do you want to run over a few of the city council numbers? I've not yet talked about that, but
so these are the first results we have in from city council. This is from the Glasgow. These are Glasgow Middle School numbers. And so it looks as if your leading vote getter at just Glasgow Middle School right now is Randy Wilkinson. James Happy Neal actually at 397. Randy was at 353. Joe Trigg at 333. Johnny Belcher at 202. Melinda Overstreet 144. Tommy Burris 197. Terry Bennell 207. Bo Jones, 241, Marna Kirkpatrick, 248 are your leading vote getters just right now at Glasgow. These numbers are only for Glasgow Middle School for the City Council. If we look at Judge Executive, we have more numbers here. We're still tabulating some of the other voting centers. These two numbers are Glasgow Middle School and the Cave Area Conference Center. You can see Judge Byrd has 503 at the Cave Area Conference Center, 169 for Ms. Pettigo, 144, and 145, almost a dead heat at the Cave Area Conference Center for that vote. In the sheriff's race, Adam Bowe at Glasgow Middle School, 522, Randy Wilkerson at 101, Freddie Joe Wilkerson, 101, and 51 for Steve Garrison. Adam Bowe also was the leader at the Cave Area Conference Center with 189, 56 for Freddie Joe Wilkerson, 45 for sheriff. Looking at the jailer's race at Glasgow Middle School, 484 for Aaron Shirley, Hunter Jones 143, Larry Poteet 36. At the Cave Area Conference Center, 191 for Aaron Shirley, 66 for Hunter Jones, and 26 for Larry Poteet. Looking at some of the magistrate numbers, and of course these numbers are only for the Glasgow Middle School and Cave Area Conference Center. 73 for Mark Shipley, 19 for Brandon Bartley. 11 for Derek Pettigo, 7 for Brandon Bell, 1 vote each in the Cave Area Conference Center. Of course, the magistrate numbers are going to be highly, I'm sure, associated, like you were talking a moment ago about Austin Tracy. Folks who live in that area are going to vote in those voting centers for the magistrate near them. Also, the two numbers here, Tim Durham leads over Daniel Turner in District 3. Currently, Trevor Phillips, this is the middle school and the Cave Area Conference Center once again, 167, 152 for Tim Cooner, 167 for Trevor Phillips, Thomas Branham with 17. In the constable race in District 4, Wayne Pettigo, 238 to 49 in the middle school vote, 3 for West Webster, 10 for Wayne Pettigo at the Cave Area Conference Center. In Magistrate District number 5, Marty Kinslow at the middle school, 28 versus 12 and 14 for Greg Gassaway and Stephen Hernandez, 4, 5, and 5 in the other voting center. And then Brad Gross, 49 versus 16 at the middle school, and 3 and 2 at the Cave Area Conference Center for that race. And so, as you've said, we've gotten other voting centers in. They're tabulating those now. I know we've gotten Highsville, Barren County High School. Believe we also have, there's another one that's come in, I believe. But yeah, we're not quite to half of the voting centers in, and we've also got some of the early voting and absentee stuff in as well from the clerk's office. So we'll have those tabulated here in a moment.
And one thing in regards to the city council race, Chris, I'd notice some of the higher numbers. If I'm looking right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are incumbents.
Yes.
So that is notable to note that 6 incumbents with just that one precinct did get a huge number of votes. 2 challengers stood out in regards to getting a lot of votes, and that would be Johnny Belcher and Bo Jones.
Yes.
So just to look at that city council race, always a very important race. You probably, Bobby, remember some notable city councilmen from years past.
Well, I do. And there's been a lot of good citizens from Glasgow served on the city council. You know, one of the persons that I remember doing so much work on the council as far as budgeting was concerned was Phil Carner. He served for years and was budget director, or chairman of the budget committee, did a great job. It'd be hard, though, to remember all those people at this moment that have served this community so faithfully as on the city council.
Interesting, looking at the Cave City numbers alone right now, we have in the county judge executive race, this is just Cave City, Paula Pettigo, 145 votes, Jamie Bird, 144 votes.
That's pretty close, isn't it?
That's very close for Cave City. In the sheriff's race, we have Adam Bowe in Cave City received 189 votes, 56 for Freddie Joe Wilkerson, and 45 votes for Steve Garrison. And for jailer, Aaron Shirley, 191 votes, and 66 for Hunter Jones, 26 for Larry Petite. And that is the Cave City precinct. I'm trying to look at the magistrate numbers and several. Which district is the magistrate for Cave City?
I believe it's 7. I think that's right, but I'm not sure.
And
I'm not sure there was a primary there.
And I'm not sure either. That may be the 6th district, and there was no contest in the 6th district. And I believe that might have been the case there. There were a handful of votes for all of the magistrate races, but very, very small number of people voted in those. So I'm pretty sure now that I think about it, 6th would be the Cave City, which had no contest there. And the adding is still going on. Let me take a few moments to see what I can find in regards to the clerk's office, and I assume these would be absentee votes in regards from the clerk's office. Looks like County Judge Executive Jamie Bewley Bird, 411 votes on one machine, 31 on another, and then Paula Ratliff Pettigo, 150 votes and 9, the 2 different machines there. And of course, Adam Bowe and Aaron Shirley leading with several votes over their challengers in regards to that. Looking at Barren County High School, and then this is just noticeable as well, probably not expected, but it seems like Andy Barr is leading the way in the Senate race with the precincts that are in right now, and Brett Guthrie for 2nd Congressional District for House of Representatives.
I don't think there was ever any doubt about either of those.
And as we look statewide for a few moments, it's been a while since we've done that. We may have a few more contests in regards to that. And one thing I noticed, the clerk's office has not released anything on the state portal, and we don't have any results in. Not even partial results for Hart County, Metcalfe, and Monroe counties. We'll preview those a little bit later. In regards to the U.S. Senate seat right now, statewide, with a very few precincts in, Andy Barr leading the way, 61% for U.S. Senator over 30% for Daniel Cameron. And that's the Republican side. The Democratic candidates, closer now, Amy McGrath, 42%, Charles Booker with 40%.
I think you probably see that getting closer when Louisville results start coming in.
And that is true. That is true.
I noticed one other thing. When you started asking people to come out and told them there was free food here, Bud Terry came, and I knew he would be the first one here.
And not a surprise.
No, not a surprise.
Some things you can count on. There might be surprises in election results, but when food is mentioned, Bud Terry will come every time.
Free food only.
Well, we're glad to have you, Bud. And we see in regards to the U.S. Representatives race, we've not mentioned the 1st Congressional District, and James Comer is leading with 87% of the vote right now.
Well, that's expected with any incumbent, unless there's extenuating circumstances like we have in the 4th District.
That's true. We see the 2nd Congressional District, Guthrie is leading with 84% of the vote. And in the 4th District that even the nation is keeping an eye on, and we still have Gallerin with 54%, Thomas Massey with 46%.
A poll I saw within the last few days reflects that.
And we'll see. Thomas Massey seemed pretty confident going into today's election. But money talks sometimes, right?
It does. I just saw over there on the state KET that Booker is now ahead of Amy McGrath.
Oh, okay.
In their reporting.
And that probably just hasn't made its way into the state portal on the Secretary of State's website. Let me refresh that and see if we see that, and it hasn't made its way there, but that is interesting. More and more counties are beginning to show partial results. We've probably got 20 or 30 counties in the state that are complete, and their results are in Wayne County, for example, and just looking at Barr with a 65% lead there in the Republican Senate race, and McGrath with a 47% lead over in the Democratic senator category there. Speaking of the 1st District, and of course James Comer, the representative there, that one changed a lot. That district changed a lot the last time that districts were drawn, didn't it?
It did, of course. It goes all the way from the Mississippi River to Albany, and goes up around us into Frankfort.
Yeah.
You know why?
And I'm afraid to say why. You tell
Well,
you
he
tell me.
lives in Frankfurt.
That's what I thought, and that was an interesting thing. Kentucky was ahead of some of the other states in redrawing districts just a few years ago, huh?
Yes.
And as we see more and more numbers come in, we are tabulating on the Glasgow City Council race, and we will probably be able to see more there. In regards to individual precincts or voting centers in the county, we see that Barren County High School's numbers for County Judge Executive Jamie Bewley-Byrd, 392 votes. Paula Ratliff-Pettigo, 144 votes. For the sheriff's race, Adam Bowe, 416 votes, followed by Steve Garrison, 61, Freddie Joe Wilkerson, 56. And
Which precinct was that?
And this is the Barren County High School precinct. For jailer, 384 for Aaron Shirley, 112 for Hunter Jones, 28 for Larry Petite. So not really any surprises with that precinct.
No.
Let's take a break. I let the 7 o'clock hour roll by and meant to do one then, but we do appreciate our sponsors for election coverage. And when we come back, we'll probably have a few more totals and tallies that we can tell you about here on election coverage here at SCRTC. You're watching Channel 6 and listening to WCLU, election coverage powered by Glasgow News 1.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Call Jason Miller at 651-3608 or visit online at insureyoursix.com for a free quote today.
Oh, thanks. That's real thoughtful. Now I'm thinking about a 12-ounce Cerloid. Let's go eat.
Cool. I'm calling my friends. We can all eat with this. Thanks.
Colton Steakhouse and Grill gift cards make everyone happy. You've taken care of mom. Now take care of dad and those grads for Father's Day and graduation. Colton's is fun, casual, and has something for everyone. Colton Steakhouse and Grill, serving you in Glasgow, Campbellsville, and Radcliffe. We know what's at stake.
Winter is finally over. Is your yard ready? At Luxury Garden Center in Glasgow, we make spring renewal effortless. Our designer hanging baskets add an instant pop of color, while our hardy shrubs build a foundation that lasts. Whether you're a seasoned DIYer or just starting out, find the quality your home deserves. Stop by Luxury Garden Center today and visit their Facebook to view containers, garden accessories, and thriving plants and flowers. Luxury Garden Center, always happy to help with your herb appeal.
I'm Eddie Bruner with Glasgow Coin and Jewelry. I'm a professional numismatist who has bought and sold tens of millions of dollars in coins and currency in the state of Kentucky. I've been heavily involved in numismatics in the state for nearly 30 years, and in the past 16, I've operated my store, Glasgow Coin and Jewelry, here on the square in Glasgow. I don't play silly games like a pawn shop or a day buyer. I'm straightforward and do honest business. I've been trusted by attorneys, courts, and citizens across multiple counties to appraise and liquidate collections of coins, currency, and precious metals. I'm South Central Kentucky's source for all things numismatic.
If you want the best for your baseball or softball player, discover Diamond Elite Sports Complex, located next to Luxury Garden Center, offering premium facilities for athletes who refuse to settle. From customized batting and pitching lessons with professional trainers, we are where champions are built. No matter the skill level, visit DiamondEliteKY.com and book your session today. That's DiamondEliteKY.com. Diamond Elite Sports Complex. Your journey to the next level starts here.
In 1932, a handshake meant everything. At Walbert Trucking, it still does. We're family owned and looking for local and OTR drivers to join our team. We're a local Glasgow-based company. With nearly a century on the road, we know how to treat drivers right. Ready for a career where you're known by name? Apply today at GoWalbert.com or visit us at 106 Shawn Lane in Glasgow. Walbert Trucking, driven by family since 1932.
It's always good to see Bobby Lee Hurt from Hurt Auto Sales.
Always my pleasure.
What you got on the lot?
Just in, Todd. 2019 Chrysler Pacifica. Third row seat, local trade-in, lots of room. Price to sell at $15,900. 2017 GMC Yukon SLT. Four-wheel drive, local trade-in, excellent condition. Priced at $21,900. 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Four-wheel drive, mid-size SUV, white with black leather interior. Price to sell at $15,900.
Head out to Hurt Auto Sales, where
there's no pain when you trade with Hurt.
SCRTC Connect is the ultimate Wi-Fi experience. Welcome home to reliable internet from SCRTC, your fiber optic provider. Create a tailored environment that allows you to take control of your Wi-Fi. Simple and intuitive features to keep your Wi-Fi network safe and at peak performance. Sign up for SCRTC Fiber Fast Internet today and download the ultimate Wi-Fi experience to take control of your internet. SCRTC Connect.
Welcome back to election coverage here on SCRTC Channel 6 and WCLU. Everything powered by Glasgow News 1, and we're also keeping up to date with sports. Barren County has won over Warren East 4-2 in the 15th District Softball Championship. So congratulations to the Trojanettes there. They'll be playing on Monday, and we'll have more about that a little bit later in the week as far as times and all. Chris Houchins, we are beginning to see some precincts tallied up, and we have some city council numbers we need to look at.
We do, and so we're going to look at city council now. These are 3 precincts that have reported. We have Barren County High School, Glasgow Middle School, and the Cave Area Conference Center. That's the 3, and I keep saying precincts, but voting centers.
Voting centers, yes.
That we currently have in, and we've got some more that are being tabulated now. But currently, with only 3 voting centers reporting officially in for us, the leading vote getter in city council is Happy Neal at 567. Randy Wilkinson has 535. Chastity Lowry with 499. Johnny Belcher at 312. Joe Trigg 478. Marna Kirkpatrick at 391. Bo Jones at 382. Terry Bonnell at 350. Tommy Burris at 298. Those are the leaders at this point. Again, that's only 3 centers that have reported. Some other totals in for you. Melinda Overstreet at 238. Jamie Reed Fancher at 234. Kathy Thomas at 151. Jeff Proffitt 195. Riley Boggs 190. Alexandria Hayes at 180. Kent McElroy at 57. Michael Rich at 100. Elizabeth Shoemaker at 158. Corbin Thomas Miller at 54. Stephen Carroll at 101. Kristen Nicole Roberts at 113. Emberlyn Miller at 93. And Vernon Randall Cutniff at 38. And so that's your 23. Is it? It's 23.
23.
23. And of course that's going to be 18. Instead of thinking of who's actually ahead, it's actually the 5 lowest vote getters will not make it onto the into the general election this fall. While we're here, I'm also going to talk about some totals we have for the big 3 county races, starting with Judge Executive. Again, this is only 3 voting centers that have come in at this point. Jamie Billy Bird leads Paula Pettigo 1,039 to 455 with 3 voting centers reporting. Adam Bowe currently leads the sheriff's race at 1,127. Right behind him is Freddie Joe Wilkerson with 213, and then Steve Garrison at 157. And then actually we've got 4 here that we didn't add up, that we haven't done the totals. This also includes Austin Tracy, but with just Cave Area Middle School and High School, the totals 1059 for Shirley, 321 for Jones, and 90 for Poteet. But those numbers correspond with the around 1,200 for Shirley, about 360 for Jones, and about a little over 109 for Poteet. So that's where we stand with 3 voting centers currently reporting, and we are tabulating more. We should have another update soon.
Okay. An update in regards to the Thomas Massey race, the 4th Congressional District. Both NBC and the Associated Press are calling the election in favor of Ed Gallerin, the challenger, and Gallerin leading 55% to Massey's 45% right now in regards to the numbers, but that doesn't look good for Thomas Massey.
No, it doesn't.
And we'll hear more about that as the evening goes on, I'm sure. And looking at our tally sheet just for a moment, Haywood is in. We've not mentioned Haywood. 436 votes for Jamie Bird, 175 votes for Paula Pettigo. And for the sheriff's race, Adam Bowe, 464 to Freddie Joe Wilkerson's 99, Steve Garrison's 44. And for jailer, 445 votes for Aaron Shirley, Hunter Jones 123, Larry Petite with 30. So that is a look at the three big races right there.
Right. Correct.
And more precincts are coming in. I think we've looked at the others. Cave Area Conference Center, we had already looked at that. Austin Tracy, Barren County High School, Glasgow Middle School, Haywood. And let me just check to see some
High
others.
School came in a while ago, didn't
You know, I was thinking Highsville did, and I don't see them in the tally sheet yet. So let me come right here and find Highsville. I know that I saw it. I found it. I finally found Highsville here. And in regards to County Judge Executive, now they had two machines, and Jamie Bird 134 on the first machine, 33 on the second, and then Paula Pettigo 62 votes to 26, or actually 62 votes on machine 1, 26 votes on machine 2 there. So a pretty huge margin for Jamie Bird. In regards to sheriff, just like the others, Adam Bowe and Aaron Shirley have a sizable lead in their respective races.
Why don't you look at that magistrate's race there in Highsville?
And let's check that out. And they have, let me find the right number. It looks like in Highsville, magistrate for the 4th district, machine 1, Coomer, 111, and machine 2, 29. And for Trevor Phillips, 63 and 26 are the two totals on the machines there. So Tim Coomer carrying the Highsville precinct right now.
Yes.
So that is the case there. And we have 5 officially on our tally sheet. Numbers are being placed up on the board, and we have 4 to go. And I'm not sure, do we know if we've had absentee or early votes, Chris? Are you aware of those coming in?
No, those have not come in. We've had some come in, but not all of them yet. So
Okay.
we've not tabulated them yet.
Okay. I knew I'd seen one thing come in, but I wasn't sure exactly what had been there. So we are broadcasting from SERTC. We have a few more guests coming in and enjoying the food. We invite you to join us if you're in the vicinity, especially candidates. We'd love to have you stop by and enjoy some hospitality. And we will be talking, hopefully, to the winning candidates once we get all the vote centers totals in. We're going to take a break and hear from our sponsors, and we'll come back and see if we have some more numbers to share with you. You're watching election coverage on SERTC Channel 6 and listening to WCLU, all the election coverage powered by Glasgow News 1.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say,
I don't blame you.
I'm so over this.
but what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Call Jason Miller at 651-3608 or visit online at insureyoursix.com for a free quote today.
Oh, thanks. That's real thoughtful. Now I'm thinking about a 12-ounce sirloin. Let's go eat.
Cool. I'm calling my friends. We can all eat with this. Thanks.
Colton Steakhouse and Grill gift cards make everyone happy. You've taken care of mom. Now take care of dad and those grads for Father's Day and graduation. Colton's is fun, casual, and has something for everyone. Colton Steakhouse and Grill, serving you in Glasgow, Campbellsville, and Radcliffe. We know what's at stake.
Winter is finally over. Is your yard ready? At Luxury Garden Center in Glasgow, we make spring renewal effortless. Our designer hanging baskets add an instant pop of color, while our hardy shrubs build a foundation that lasts. Whether you're a seasoned DIYer or just starting out, find the quality your home deserves. Stop by Luxury Garden Center today and visit their Facebook to view containers, garden accessories, and thriving plants and flowers. Luxury Garden Center, always happy to help with your herb appeal.
I'm Eddie Bruner with Glasgow Coin and Jewelry. I'm a professional numismatist who has bought and sold tens of millions of dollars in coins and currency in the state of Kentucky. I've been heavily involved in numismatics in the state for nearly 30 years, and in the past 16, I've operated my store, Glasgow Coin and Jewelry, here on the square in Glasgow. I don't play silly games like a pawn shop or a day buyer. I'm straightforward and do honest business. I've been trusted by attorneys, courts, and citizens across multiple counties to appraise and liquidate collections of coins, currency, and precious metals. I'm South Central Kentucky's source for all things numismatic.
If you want the best for your baseball or softball player, discover Diamond Elite Sports Complex, located next to Luxury Garden Center, offering premium facilities for athletes who refuse to settle. From customized batting and pitching lessons with professional trainers, we are where champions are built. No matter the skill level, visit DiamondEliteKY.com and book your session today. That's DiamondEliteKY.com. Diamond Elite Sports Complex. Your journey to the next level starts here.
In 1932, a handshake meant everything. At Walbert Trucking, it still does. We're family-owned and looking for local and OTR drivers to join our team. We're a local Glasgow-based company. With nearly a century on the road, we know how to treat drivers right. Ready for a career where you're known by name? Apply today at GoWalbert.com or visit us at 106 Shawn Lane in Glasgow. Walbert Trucking, driven by family since 1932.
It's always good to see Bobby Lee Hurt from Hurt Auto Sales.
Always my pleasure.
What you got on the lot?
Just in, Todd. 2019 Chrysler Pacifica. Third row seat, local trade-in, lots of room. Price to sell at $15,900. 2017 GMC Yukon SLT. Four-wheel drive, local trade-in, excellent condition, priced at $21,900. 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Four-wheel drive, mid-size SUV, white with black leather interior. Price to sell at $15,900.
Head out to Hurt Auto Sales, where
there's no pain when you trade with Hurt.
SCRTC Connect is the ultimate Wi-Fi experience. Welcome home to reliable internet from SCRTC, your fiber optic provider. Create a tailored environment that allows you to take control of your Wi-Fi. Simple and intuitive features to keep your Wi-Fi network safe and at peak performance. Sign up for SCRTC Fiber Fast Internet today and download the ultimate Wi-Fi experience to take control of your internet. SCRTC Connect.
Welcome back to SCRTC Channel 6, WCLU. We are covering the election slowly but surely, aren't we, Bobby?
We are. We'll get it done.
We'll get it done. The precincts are coming in. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 precincts, actually 6 in. Park City is just now beginning to be displayed there. And, of course, we're keeping an eye on the U.S. Senate and the House of Representatives. And even though it's not our district, we were talking earlier, not long ago, about the 4th Congressional District. And it seems like Thomas Massey has lost his seat in regards to that election.
The NBC and one of the other major networks have declared he a loser.
Right. And the Associated Press has also declared him the loser on that. So that is something that, you know, we'll hear a lot of commentary about, I'm sure, over the next several days in regards to that. I know we traveled through part of the 4th District over the weekend, and there were a lot I noticed a lot of signs for both candidates. You know, it was hard when you'd get off at an exit or whatever, you would see several signs.
Did I understand there was about $32 million spent in that race?
$32 million of outside money coming in to influence the race in the 4th Congressional District. Have you ever seen anything quite like that before?
No, and it's it ought to be against the law to spend that much money.
It should be. And at one time, we had, if I'm not mistaken, refresh me if I'm wrong, the McCain-Feingold bill from years past. You had a Republican and a Democrat that agreed in regards to campaign spending and had some limits on things, and then it went away.
The Supreme Court ruled that freedom of speech couldn't be limited in that way.
So
it's bad when that much money is spent in elections. It is. It needs to be limited in some way.
It is. One of my favorite movies, I'll get off topic here just for a moment, but Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, and Mr. Smith fought against the political machine who, you know, tried to use a lot of power against Mr. Smith.
Yes. Yeah.
And we've been doing that for a long time, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
Let's go back over to Chris Houchins, who is at the board with some new numbers. Glasgow City Council?
Actually, we're going to look at some of the countywide races.
Okay.
We're going to talk about magistrates, too, since we've talked about council. We'll get into magistrates and city countywide races. So looking at the judge executive race, we currently have 5 voting centers in. We've got Barren County High School, Glasgow Middle School, the Cave Area Conference Center, the Haywood Volunteer Fire Department, and the Austin Tracy Volunteer Fire Department. With those 5 voting centers in, currently Jimmy Bewley Bird leads Ms. Pettigo 1,693 to 735. Again, that's with 5 voting centers in. In the sheriff's race, Adam Bowe currently leads with the 5 centers in, 1,807 votes. Next would be Freddie Joe Wilkerson at 373, Steve Garrison at 241. Looking at the jailer's race, Aaron Shirley currently leads that with these 5 centers in, a little over 1,700 votes for him, followed by Hunter Jones at 503, Larry Poteet at 139. Let's look at the magistrate races real quick. First of all, in the Magistrate District 1, Mark Shipley currently leads Brandon Bartley 175 to 40. In the 2nd District, currently Derek Pettigo leads Brandon Bell 583 to 253. And then going to the back wall here, in District 3, Tim Durham leads that race 134 to 60 over Daniel Turner. Charlie Bunch 7 votes, and I believe Charlie Bunch actually dropped out of the race. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, before Election Day. Then looking at the Magistrate District 4, we've had some actually numbers since we tabulated, but currently Trevor Phillips, actually Tim Coomer, when you add this second bunch in, which I believe would be the Heistville, or actually probably the Park City Lions Club. Currently Tim Coomer leads that race over Trevor, and Thomas Branham has 17 votes. And also in District 4, we've got Wayne Pettigo leading Russ Webster 288 to 59. In Magistrate District 5, we have Marty Kinslow leading that currently 105 over Greg Gassaway with 56, Stephen Hernandez at 42. And in District 7, 159, Michael Haynes right behind Brad Gross at 161. So those are current totals for the magistrate races. We're still doing some tabulation. We've gotten, we're waiting on, I think, 2 to 3 more voting centers for each race, and we're also waiting on the absentee and early ballots. According to the person who stopped by and is working at the government center on the square, there was some confusion with different numbers being released at once. They've corrected those, and so we're working through those now to make sure those are correct and they've gotten those the right numbers. So we're looking at that, and we'll have those numbers soon. Okay, very good. Thank you, Chris. It seems like we've already talked about Gallerin has defeated Thomas Massey, and it looks like Barr has defeated Cameron in the U.S. Senate seat. That had been pretty much a 3-way contest at one time, and I believe Nate Morris dropped out and endorsed
Barr, if I'm not mistaken. On
That's what happened. President Trump agreed to appoint Morris to ambassadorship,
And
if he would drop out, and then that threw all of his support over to Barr, and Cameron was left out in the cold.
And it's just interesting to see the politics in work in relation to some of these state races. Of course, and I'm pretty sure it's been back and forth between McGrath and Booker on the Democratic side, correct?
It has, and I don't know if there's any.
And let me get the latest in regards to that. Actually, Andy Barr has 60% of the vote now, over 31% for Cameron on the U.S. Senate Republican side. And if I can get my right cursor here to go down, as we look at the Democratic Senate race, we see McGrath with 42% of the vote and Booker with 39% of the vote at the present. And this is the Secretary of State's website that we are monitoring those numbers on. So it's very close. But whoever wins in regards to whether it is Barr or McGrath or Booker on the Democrat side, both will make it a pretty lively fall election, won't it?
Well, probably. McGrath, has run before.
Mm-hmm.
She was the nominee against, was it McConnell?
The last time that he ran, 6 years ago, correct?
Yes, and maybe Booker ran against Rand Paul.
Rand Paul 4 years ago, I think it was. So yes, it will be an interesting election, and I'm sure more money will be sent to Kentucky in regards to the fall election, correct?
I wonder who gets all that money, the newspapers and the radio stations?
Oh, I know it.
He says no.
Yeah, we don't really see a lot of the of the state candidates in regards to the election advertising there. A lot of mailings. The mail, I'm sure, gets a lot of that.
Oh, I've been involved in some statewide races, and Kentucky is a difficult place, really, to get a television message out, because you've got Nashville,
right,
Bowling Green, Louisville, Paducah, and Huntington, West Virginia, and Cincinnati,
right,
that covers a part of Kentucky. So it takes a lot more money to cover Kentucky than it does some places.
Definitely. Let me go back to some of the totals that I'm seeing now in Haywood, Glasgow Middle School, Barren County High School, Park City. Actually, Park City, I don't see all the totals in regards to some of the races. Actually, Park City may be there. And Highsville, Beckton, Cave Area Conference Center, Austin Tracy, Temple Hill. We may have them. We don't have them on the wall yet, but we're getting them there. But what I see right now for County Judge Executive, Jamie Bewley-Byrd is leading with 2,359 votes to Paula Ratliff-Pettigo to 1,115 on the county judge race.
I believe we can call that one.
That's almost a pretty sure thing right
Yes.
there, isn't it? For sheriff's race, Adam Boat, 2,459. Freddie Joe Wilkerson with 486. Steve Garrison, 314.
I believe we can call that one.
And then jailer, Aaron Shirley, 2,354. Larry Petit, Hunter Jones is in second with 666. And Larry Petit with 168.
Another one.
And another one right there. In regards to the magistrate races for the 1st District, Mark Shipley has 180 votes, and Brandon Bartley has 41 votes. For the 2nd Magisterial District, Derek Pettigo leads with 369 to Brandon Bell's 167. On the 3rd District, we have Tim Durham, 320 votes to Daniel Turner's 143, and Charlie Bunch with 14. And the 4th District, 319 for Tim Coomer, and 298 for Trevor Phillips. Thomas Branham with 36. That's one of the closest magisterial contests, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
And
I believe there's more votes in that District 1 than was reported there. That doesn't sound right to me.
And I'm not sure, not all of the vote centers may not have had anyone voting in those races. Haywood, for example, Glasgow Middle, Barren County, and Cave Area Conference Center, and Temple Hill had some votes for the first magistrate district there. But it does seem low, doesn't it?
It does.
It does. And as we go to the 5th Magistrate District, Marty Kinslow is leading, 107, to Greg Gassaway, 56, and Stephen Hernandez, 42 votes. And the 7th Magistrate District, Brad Gross, 160, Michael Haynes, 59. The one constable race that we have in the 4th District, Wayne Pettigo, 479 over Russ Webster with 85. And those are the totals as we see them now. Let me pull the state map back up here and just look. I still don't see any partial results even from Hart, Metcalfe, or Monroe counties.
No.
And I know we've got some folks watching SCRTC Channel 6 that are probably very interested to hear something there, but we don't have anything reported in regards to those counties yet. The state map, the eastern part of the state, beginning to fill up with several more precincts in, but probably about half are complete right now, if half. But anyway, we'll get there. It's taking a little bit of time tonight, though, isn't it, Bobby?
It is. It's a little unusual.
Normally, by now, the Eastern time zone would probably all be complete.
Yes.
And that's not the case. So it's just interesting to note that in regards to our numbers. Let's take a break. We are very appreciative of our sponsors bringing you the election coverage here on this primary election night. Colton Steakhouse and Grill, State Farm agent Jason Miller, Luxury Garden Center, Glasgow Coin and Jewelry, Diamond Elite Sport Complex, Walbert Trucking, and Hurt Auto Sales, and of course SCRTC. You're watching election coverage on SCRTC Channel 6 and the live stream on WCLU, and you're listening to WCLU, all the election coverage being powered by Glasgow News 1. Back after this.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Call Jason Miller at 651-3608 or visit online at insureyour6.com for a free quote today.
Oh, thanks. That's real thoughtful. Now I'm thinking about a 12-ounce sirloin. Let's go eat.
Cool. I'm calling my friends. We can all eat with this. Thanks.
Colton Steakhouse and Grill gift cards make everyone happy. You've taken care of mom. Now take care of dad and those grads for Father's Day and graduation. Colton's is fun, casual, and has something for everyone. Colton Steakhouse and Grill, serving you in Glasgow, Campbellsville, and Radcliffe. We know what's at stake.
Winter is finally over. Is your yard ready? At Luxury Garden Center in Glasgow, we make spring renewal effortless. Our designer hanging baskets add an instant pop of color, while our hardy shrubs build a foundation that lasts. Whether you're a seasoned DIYer or just starting out, find the quality your home deserves. Stop by Luxury Garden Center today and visit their Facebook to view containers, garden accessories, and thriving plants and flowers. Luxury Garden Center, always happy to help with your herb appeal.
I'm Eddie Bruner with Glasgow Coin and Jewelry. I'm a professional numismatist who has bought and sold tens of millions of dollars in coins and currency in the state of Kentucky. I've been heavily involved in numismatics in the state for nearly 30 years, and in the past 16, I've operated my store, Glasgow Coin and Jewelry, here on the square in Glasgow. I don't play silly games like a pawn shop or a day buyer. I'm straightforward and do honest business. I've been trusted by attorneys, courts, and citizens across multiple counties to appraise and liquidate collections of coins, currency, and precious metals. I'm South Central Kentucky's source for all things numismatic.
If you want the best for your baseball or softball player, discover Diamond Elite Sports Complex, located next to Luxury Garden Center, offering premium facilities for athletes who refuse to settle. From customized batting and pitching lessons with professional trainers, we are where champions are built. No matter the skill level, visit DiamondEliteKY.com and book your session today. That's DiamondEliteKY.com. Diamond Elite Sports Complex. Your journey to the next level starts here.
In 1932, a handshake meant everything. At Walbert Trucking, it still does. We're family-owned and looking for local and OTR drivers to join our team. We're a local Glasgow-based company. With nearly a century on the road, we know how to treat drivers right. Ready for a career where you're known by name? Apply today at GoWalbert.com or visit us at 106 Shawn Lane in Glasgow. Walbert Trucking, driven by family since 1932.
It's always good to see Bobby Lee Hurt from Hurt Auto Sales.
Always my pleasure.
What you got on the lot?
Just in, Todd. 2019 Chrysler Pacifica. Third row seat, local trade-in, lots of room. Price to sell at $15,900. 2017 GMC Yukon SLT. Four-wheel drive, local trade-in, excellent condition, priced at $21,900. 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Four-wheel drive, mid-size SUV, white with black leather interior. Price to sell at $15,900.
Head out to Hurt Auto Sales, where
there's no pain when you trade with Hurt.
SCRTC Connect is the ultimate Wi-Fi experience. Welcome home to reliable internet from SCRTC, your fiber optic provider. Create a tailored environment that allows you to take control of your Wi-Fi. Simple and intuitive features to keep your Wi-Fi network safe and at peak performance. Sign up for SCRTC Fiber Fast Internet today and download the ultimate Wi-Fi experience to take control of your internet. SCRTC Connect.
Glasgow News 1 bringing you election coverage here on SCRTC Channel 6 and WCLU. Good evening. Todd Steenbergen with you and Bobby Richardson joining me. Bobby, appreciate you again.
Thank you.
And we have a sports update, something that you've never done in an election
No, I
before.
haven't.
Barren County beats Allen County Scottsville in the 15th District Baseball Tournament 10-1. So winning the title game there, congratulations to the Trojans. We reported it earlier. The Trojanettes beat Warren East 4-2 in the 15th District Softball Championship. They'll move on to region play coming up next Monday, and we'll have more on that toward the end of the week. Chris Houchins is joining me again. We've got some updates on City Council.
We do.
Okay.
I don't have any ball game scores, but I have city council scores.
Okay.
And so this is everything. So we're actually going to go around the room here with all the totals and all the tallies. The only precincts that I keep saying precincts, the only voting centers that we don't have are Temple Hill, Beckton, and the stuff that's coming from the clerk's office, which would include your absentee votes and your early voting and that sort of thing. So currently in city council, your top vote getter thus far with just those centers reporting would be Happy Neal at 607. Next up would be Randy Wilkinson at around 600 as well. Then Chastity Lowry at 538. Joe Triggs at 512. Marna Kirkpatrick's at 415. Bo Jones is at 413. Terry Bonnell is at 391. Tommy Burris at 314. And that's your leaderboard at this point. Also close to the leaders, Johnny Belcher at 337. To run down all of our city council folks, Michael Rich is at 108. Kent McElroy at 62. Alexandra Hayes at 189. Randy Wilkinson at we already did Randy, sorry, and he's at 477, I believe. We need a redo there on that total. Kathy Thomas at 159. Jamie Reed Fancher at 254. Melinda Overstreet at 249. Vernon Randall Cutniff at 38. Emberlyn Miller at 99. Stephen Carroll at 108. Kristen Nicole Roberts at 123. Tommy Burris at 314. Corbin Thomas Miller at 57, Elizabeth Shoemaker at 169, and that's your city council thus far. Again, we don't have Temple Hill and Beckton, which you wouldn't expect very many, and you can see some of these 1s and 2s and such. That's coming from out in the county. They're, people, perhaps somebody lives in the city, and for some reason, maybe they work at out in the county or something, and they may have voted at one of those outlying centers, but we would expect more, perhaps not that many coming in from Temple Hill and Beckton, but certainly from the clerk's office with the absentee and early voting, we'll expect some swings on that. Then looking at the judge executive race, with again the same voting centers reporting everything except Temple Hill, Beckton, and the stuff coming from the clerk's office. Currently, Jamie Bewley Bird leads the race, 1967 to Paula Pettigo's 912. In the sheriff's race, the current leader is Adam Bowe with 2,029, followed by Freddie Joe Wilkerson at 398, and then Steve Garrison at 252. In the jailer's race, Aaron Shirley leads that race, currently 2,040, followed by Hunter Jones at 578, and then Larry Poteet at 182. In the Magistrate District 1 race, Mark Shipley and Brandon Bartley, currently Mark Shipley leads that 176 to 40. Derek Pettigo and Brandon Bell in the 2nd District for Magistrate. Derek Pettigo currently leads 584 to Brandon Bell's 253. As we look at Magistrate District 3, we have, looks like Temple Hill's coming on this, but we've not done the addition there, and I'll challenge myself to do it in my head, but currently Tim Durham leads the Magistrate District 3 with the totals we had. That 189 plus 134 is going to take that up, followed by Daniel Turner, and then Charlie Bunch again with 7 votes. In Magistrate District 4, currently Tim Coomer leads that race 320 to Trevor Phillips 297, so relatively close. We haven't had Beckton and early voting come in, so that could swing quite a way. Thomas Branham also in that race with 36 votes. Wayne Pettigo leads Constable in District 4, 480 to 85 over Russ Webster. In Magistrate District 5, currently Marty Kinslow leads that 123. Greg Gassaway currently at 61, and Stephen Gil Hernandez at 44. And in Magistrate District 7, with again only Beckton and the absentee votes to come in, 1 vote separates that race currently. Brad Gross 162 and Michael Hayes 161 currently, with still some votes to come in there. So that's everything we have thus far.
Okay, thank you, Chris. It is interesting to note of the city council, it looks like there are several incumbents who are going to win re-election, Bobby.
Well, they're going to be running, they're going to be nominated.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But they'll be nominated, exactly. We have to go to the fall again, but it looks like they're doing well for this go-around.
They are, yes.
And as we look at some of the other statewide races, nothing changing really in the fact of all. We're still waiting for some results to be posted on the Secretary of State website for Hart County, for Metcalfe County, and Monroe County.
Well, you know, in Monroe County, they usually wait to see how many they need.
That almost sounds like Lucas that you were talking about a few moments ago. Exactly. Have you got another good election story that you can share with us?
Well, I could tell you this. It's another tried and true, but when I was in the legislature, I got exposed to people from all over the state. And the fellow from Letcher County that was in the House was telling me about an old election story in his district. It seems that this fellow was running for jailer.
Okay.
And of Letcher County. And he reported that he was in the Battle of San Juan Hill with President Roosevelt.
What do you know?
And that they charged up San Juan Hill, and when it was over, Roosevelt looked at him and said, "You know, Bill, this is going to make one of us president." And Bill said, "You go ahead and do that. I just want to be jailer in Letcher County."
Okay, well, there you go. High aspirations for Letcher County.
That's
there,
right.
Exactly. For some reason, Teddy Roosevelt's moniker comes back to me right now. Speak softly and carry a big stick.
That's right.
Seems like we have some of that diplomacy in the 21st century. You think?
That's right.
As we are waiting on some of the other vote totals to come in, we note locally. Let me go back to the right point right here. We see the magistrate leaders right now, and we'll just say the leaders, and we'll start with the 7th District. Brad Gross is leading that contest. Marty Kinslow is leading the 5th District, and Tim Coomer is narrowly leading the 4th District. I'll come back to that one here in a moment. Tim Durham leading the 3rd District, and Derek Pettigo leading the 2nd District. So those are all incumbents that I have mentioned right there, Bobby. It seems like they're in pretty good shape. The 4th District is the closest, and right now those totals just changed a little bit. Tim Coomer has 321 votes to Trevor Phillips 300. That is a very close race.
Yes, it is.
And we can't say that we have all of the vote centers tabulated yet in regards to that, but we are watching that one. And then we have the magistrate in the 1st District. Jeff Botts was not running for re-election, so we have Mark Shipley, the leading contender for that particular race.
That was the one we mentioned a while ago, that we thought the vote total was low.
And it's still low, but right now 183 votes for Mark Shipley and 42 for Brandon Bartley. So quite a bit lower than some of the others. That is for sure. Chris, do you have anything new right now?
Nothing new under the sun. We do have some numbers in from Temple Hill.
Okay.
We'll look at those quickly for the judge's office. 198 from Temple Hill versus 89 for Paula Pettigo in the judge executive race. Also in Temple Hill, 207 for Adam Bowe, 46 for Steve Garrison, 42 for Freddie Joe Wilkerson. In the jailer's race, Aaron Shirley adds another 255, 53 from Temple Hill, and 6 for Poteet, and 53 for Hunter Jones, all in Temple Hill. So those numbers have come in. Of course, they didn't really affect the city council numbers that much from Temple Hill, as we had those on there as well. Looks like only overall maybe 4 or 5 votes across the entire city council race from Temple Hill. And of course, as I said earlier, the fact that someone who's living in the city may have gone to Temple Hill to vote. Maybe they work out that way or something like that. So that's the reason those votes are low, but they're also coming in from Temple Hill for the city council.
Okay, we do have some results in for Hart County. Hart County has posted some results on the Secretary of State website, and let me go to the local races in regards to the state representative for the 24th District. Ryan Dell Bivens is leading Stephen T. Cavan 62% to 38% of the vote. And the judge executive race for Hart County, it's Asa Wagner, 55% of the vote, to Austin Grant's 45% of the vote. Now, I don't know if these are not complete, I don't think. These are just partial results. So we're not going to try to call anything right now, but just deliver that news for magistrate in the 3rd District of Hart County. It looks like Ashley Puckett is leading, 34% of the vote, followed by Trace Metter with 31%, Matthew Gentry with 18%, and Cody Rucker with 17% of the vote. And then we have a magistrate's race in the 5th District for Hart County, and Lee Miles, 67% of the vote, over Jason Kessinger, 33% of the vote. So we do have a few results from Hart County there tonight.
Finally.
And still waiting on anything from Metcalfe or Monroe County, and Barren County has not posted the results yet in the state website as well. So we'll keep looking.
If I interpret your map right, if it's dark blue it's a complete.
It is a complete, right.
And if it's light blue or yellow, it's not complete.
And actually, when it's yellow, that's just the county that I'm on. Let me go back to statewide again, and let me look at Hart County. Okay, that was the complete results for Hart County. Okay, so they are the dark blue, and that was the complete results that we have in the in that particular county. So an update on that. We are going to take a break. We are almost to the top of the hour. Election coverage still happening. We have a few folks visiting with us tonight, and if you're in the neighborhood and want to drop by for some food, we've got plenty. And we'd love to talk to all the candidates at some point in time this evening, the winning candidates. So we definitely invite them to come by and visit with us, and we'll see what's going on there. But election coverage being brought to you by State Farm agent Jason Miller, Colton Steakhouse and Grill, Luxury Garden Center, Glasgow Coin and Jewelry, Diamond Elite Sport Complex, Walbert Trucking, and Hurt Auto Sales. And we appreciate SCRTC for their partnership with delivering tonight's results as well. It is top of the hour. You're listening to WCDS, WCLU Glasgow, 1230 AM, 1490 AM, 103.1 FM, and 104.7 FM. And you are listening to the live stream or watching the video live stream as well, and also watching SCRTC Channel 6. And all the election coverage is powered by Glasgow News 1. We'll be back in a moment here on election coverage.
I'm going to take a little break.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Call Jason Miller at 651-3608 or visit online at insureyoursix.com for a free quote today.
Oh, thanks. That's real thoughtful. Now I'm thinking about a 12-ounce Sarah Lloyd. Let's go eat.
Cool. I'm calling my friends. We can all eat with this. Thanks.
Colton Steakhouse and Grill gift cards make everyone happy. You've taken care of mom. Now take care of dad and those grads for Father's Day and graduation. Colton's is fun, casual, and has something for everyone. Colton Steakhouse and Grill, serving you in Glasgow, Campbellsville, and Radcliffe. We know what's at stake.
Winter is finally over. Is your yard ready? At Luxury Garden Center in Glasgow, we make spring renewal effortless. Our designer hanging baskets add an instant pop of color, while our hardy shrubs build a foundation that lasts. Whether you're a seasoned DIYer or just starting out, find the quality your home deserves. Stop by Luxury Garden Center today and visit their Facebook to view containers, garden accessories, and thriving plants and flowers. Luxury Garden Center, always happy to help with your herb appeal.
I'm Eddie Bruner with Glasgow Coin and Jewelry. I'm a professional numismatist who has bought and sold tens of millions of dollars in coins and currency in the state of Kentucky. I've been heavily involved in numismatics in the state for nearly 30 years, and in the past 16, I've operated my store, Glasgow Coin and Jewelry, here on the square in Glasgow. I don't play silly games like a pawn shop or a day buyer. I'm straightforward and do honest business. I've been trusted by attorneys, courts, and citizens across multiple counties to appraise and liquidate collections of coins, currency, and precious metals. I'm South Central Kentucky's source for all things numismatic.
If you want the best for your baseball or softball player, discover Diamond Elite Sports Complex, located next to Luxury Garden Center, offering premium facilities for athletes who refuse to settle. From customized batting and pitching lessons with professional trainers, we are where champions are built. No matter the skill level, visit DiamondEliteKY.com and book your session today. That's DiamondEliteKY.com. Diamond Elite Sports Complex. Your journey to the next level starts here.
In 1932, a handshake meant everything. At Walbert Trucking, it still does. We're family owned and looking for local and OTR drivers to join our team. We're a local Glasgow-based company. With nearly a century on the road, we know how to treat drivers right. Ready for a career where you're known by name? Apply today at GoWalbert.com or visit us at 106 Shawn Lane in Glasgow. Walbert Trucking, driven by family since 1932.
It's always good to see Bobby Lee Hurt from Hurt Auto Sales.
Always my pleasure.
What you got on the lot?
Just in, Todd. 2019 Chrysler Pacifica. Third row seat, local trade-in, lots of room. Price to sell at $15,900. 2017 GMC Yukon SLT. Four-wheel drive, local trade-in, excellent condition. Priced at $21,900. 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Four-wheel drive, mid-size SUV, white with black leather interior. Price to sell at $15,900.
Head out to Hurt Auto Sales, where
there's no pain when you trade with Hurt.
SCRTC Connect is the ultimate Wi-Fi experience. Welcome home to reliable internet from SCRTC, your fiber optic provider. Create a tailored environment that allows you to take control of your Wi-Fi. Simple and intuitive features to keep your Wi-Fi network safe and at peak performance. Sign up for SCRTC Fiber Fast Internet today and download the ultimate Wi-Fi experience. To take control of your internet, SCRTC Connect.
Welcome back to election coverage here on SCRTC Channel 6 and WCLU Radio. Bobby Richardson has been joining me this evening, and Bobby, it has been a pleasure to have you here, sir.
I've had an enjoyable time.
Well, we appreciate your help and your coverage, and I know you've got a busy day tomorrow, right?
I do, and I'm.
It's past your bedtime, right?
Yeah, it's past my bedtime.
Okay.
I bid you adieu.
Thank you so much, Bobby.
Thank you.
And joining me now, Adam Bowe is here. And hello, Adam.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Right now, I think we've got all the precincts in, with the exception of the absentees. And you have 2,604 votes easily in the first place position there.
Yes.
For the sheriff's race.
All right.
So congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Now, I find this a little odd, Adam, because my mind goes back. Adam was one of my students several years ago, and now you're going to be sheriff of Barren County.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And I'm just very proud of you. And tell us what this experience was like for you with the campaign.
It was super humbling from the beginning. You know, the outpouring of support from the community and friends and family, it's been overwhelmingly humbling. I appreciate everybody that come out and voted today, and just super excited, looking forward to the next 4 years.
And you get to breathe easy now because there's no opponent in the fall, is
Correct.
that right?
Yes, sir.
So it's like you've got to focus now. You can focus and sort of get ready for that time. But,
yes, sir.
Very good. You have been in law enforcement for how many years?
It'll be 17 years on June the 1st.
Okay.
So
walk us through your career when you started.
So I got hired at the Glasgow Police Department on June the 1st of 2009.
Okay.
Went to the academy, completed the academy in November, come back, and then I worked for the city until February of 11, at which time I went to work for the sheriff's office, and I've been there ever since. While I've been at the sheriff's office, I've school resource officer, worked all 3 shifts on the road. Been a detective, was on a special task force with the FBI for a little while. Been a detective since 2018. So.
And your experience has led you to this moment.
Yes, sir.
Well,
yes, sir.
I wish you all the best, and thank you for visiting with us tonight. I know you've got other places probably to go and other people to see, but congratulations, Adam.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, thank you. Adam Bowe, Sheriff Adam Bowe, Sheriff-elect Adam Bowe here on the radio with us, and we're glad to talk with him tonight, as we will hopefully talk with a few more before the evening is over. Chris Houchins.
City Council right now, of course, the situation with the City Council is 23 people on the ballot right now and in the primary, and that will be reduced by 5. 18 of those will go on to the general election, and then 9 of those will be elected to the actual City Council. So we've been kind of talking about who had the top votes. Because 5 are going to be knocked off the list, let's talk about who the low vote getters are. This is still without the absentee and early ballots. We're still working on getting those from the clerk's office, but currently the low vote getters are Michael Rich with 109, Kent McElroy with 62, Emberlyn Miller with 100, Stephen Carroll with 110, and those would be your folks who are and Randall Cutliff at 38. So, and again, that's without the absentee ballots. That may affect it quite a bit. A lot of people, of course, that was early voted was open for 3 days, and then the absentee ballots were open before that. So there may be some changes within that. We do want to look at our major county races one more time. Jamie Bewley-Byrd currently leads Paula Pettigo 2359 to 1,112. You just talked to Adam Bowe. He has a decisive lead thus far, just shy of 2,500 votes. Freddie Joe Wilkerson is the next one, 486. Steve Garrison at 414. In the jailers race, Aaron Shirley, again a decisive lead there, 2480. Hunter Jones at 697 and Larry Poteet at 204. Going around and looking at our magistrate races as well, Mark Shipley is at 183. Brandon Bartley's at 42 in the 1st district. In the 2nd district, Derek Pettigo leads Brandon Bell 589 to 254. Looking at Magistrate District 3, we currently have Tim Durham still leading Daniel Turner in Magistrate District 3. The race that was close earlier, the Magistrate District 4 up in the Highsville area, relatively close earlier, still not that much difference since we just had folks from the kind of the other end of the county vote for that. 321 for Tim Coomer currently, and 300, so about 20 votes separating Trevor Phillips and Tim Coomer up in District 4. The Constable District 4, 482 for Wayne Pettigo, 85 for Russ Webster. Currently are the numbers we have for those races there. And we are tabulating. We actually have the numbers from the absentees. We're tabulating those now, so we should have something pretty soon.
Okay, very good. We have another guest coming to the table right now, and that is Councilman Terry Bunnell as he makes his way. Hello, Terry. Have a seat and join us here
thank
tonight.
you. Good evening.
Good evening to you, and it looks like you are going to easily be one of the contenders in the fall election.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I really, really do. I'm thankful to God for the opportunity to serve the citizens of Glasgow and appreciate everybody's support on this. I appreciate working with the mayor and everyone at City Hall and all my other council members. It's a great honor to serve the community. I've been fortunate over the years to be involved in a lot of activities in Glasgow, and this is an outreach of that, Todd. I mean, I've been, I've seen what it takes to get things done and how that ought to work in a certain order, in a certain fashion to bring results. And I'm a very much result-oriented person and believe in that, and that's what you work to do, to achieve things.
Exactly. Yeah. And you've been on the council how long?
I've been on the council almost 8 years. At
Almost
the end of December will be the 8th year, so 4 terms thus far.
Well, leadership is very important to any organization or any entity within government, and it looks like the folks had confidence. You're in the top 9 right now in that process. So. Congratulations on that.
Well, I appreciate that. And again, very fortunate, been very blessed to have served the years that I've served, and been very blessed and grateful for the work that I've been able to do in Glasgow and Barren County over the years. I mean, this is home to Debbie and I. We reared 2 boys here in Glasgow, and a lot of activities that we're engaged in, so very thankful for that. And this is our community, and this is where, I have my investment in the bank and the business that I have, so I'm very grateful for this community and thankful that I can serve in this way, Todd. Very appreciative.
Well, thank you, Terry, for joining me tonight, and I know you've probably got some other places to go and folks to see.
Appreciate
it. And grab some food before you leave, okay?
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Terry Bunnell, Glasgow City Councilman, and we appreciate him stopping by and visiting with us here this evening. And pretty much, Chris, we're just waiting on the absentee votes for the most part?
Correct. We actually have the numbers in, and they are being tabulated and putting on the shared sheet at this point. So you should be able to see some of those already tabulating up as they enter those. But I think we have the totals for all voting centers are in, but we're just still tabulating the absentee and the early voting numbers into the totals.
We talked a few moments ago regarding Hart County, and those are complete results. And by the way, 77 counties have finished their reporting and are complete on the Secretary of State's website. So 77 counties are in, many of those in eastern Kentucky. But as Bobby and I were talking about earlier, not all of eastern Kentucky is finished. It's rather interesting. At least 15 to 20 counties in the eastern time zone still haven't fully reported. So it's rather odd to see that. So we'll see if they make any difference. Probably not in any of the state races. But in regards to Hart County, and let me just go ahead and visit those results. For Republican U.S. Senate, Andy Barr carried Hart County with 53% of the vote. And Amy McGrath for the Democratic U.S. Senate carried 48% of the vote. In the congressional election, 2nd Congressional District, Brett Guthrie carried Hart County with 85% of the vote. And for, let's see, and that was the Republican candidate, the incumbent. The Democratic contest for U.S. Representative in the 2nd District, 34% for Megan Wingfield winning that particular contest. And in the state representative race for 24th District, we have Ryan Dale Bivens winning his election, 62% of the vote, and incumbent Bivens winning that. County Judge Executive for Hart County, Asa L.T. Wagner has won with 55% of the vote. And magistrate races for the 3rd District, Ashley Puckett is a winner. And for the 5th District, the winner is Lee Miles. So just wanted to share that for our Hart County listeners watching or listening. And we have some more candidates coming in the door, I believe. So they're heading to the food at first, but I do believe I see someone veering over here before hitting the food. County Judge Executive Jamie Bewley-Bird, join me here, Jamie.
Hello,
congratulations.
welcome. Thank you.
And
yes.
It's been a contested primary, hasn't it?
It has. It's we're just so excited that that it's over and we're ready to keep doing the job that we've been doing, and I'm just excited. I do thank everybody. I thank all the supporters. I've had a lot of people reaching out to me in the last week or so to offer prayers and support, and it just means so much. It truly does. We have a wonderful community, and I'm proud to represent that community.
Well, I know you are, and just thinking about, I've known your family for a very long time, going back to your grandfather.
Yes.
And he would be smiling on you
He
today,
would be. We voted at Austin Tracy. I've always voted Austin Tracy. That's my tradition, and Nanny, actually, Lou Jean, used to work the polls there.
Okay.
And took great pride in that.
Oh,
and,
yes, definitely.
And it just holds something special to go and vote in that precinct and live in this community that really, truly, that I owe everything to, and I'll continue to give every effort back to it. And it was a fun night with friends and family, and just being able to, we've always just stayed focused on the job. And I always say I want Barren County to be a community that our kids and my kids and your grandkids that want to grow up and live here, and I'll keep doing that. And I'm just so thankful to work with so many great people, and to continue that job is a true honor, and I'm very appreciative.
Well, let me ask, up to this point, what are you most proud of that has happened for Barren County?
Well, that's a lot. There's a lot of really good things that have happened, so it's hard to pick just one. And I tell people that, it just goes in different sectors. I look at, in regards to the tourism and economic development, the $20 million that we got for the Ag Expo Center, or the $10 million we got for the sports complex, or the road improvements, or the jobs that we've, there's so many things. But the great part about it is it's not just been what I've done. It's been about what we've done with everybody, either as a city government or as the magistrates and these things and economic development. there's so many good things that we've got going on in the community. We just want to keep that, and we want to keep that that positive mentality, and just keep pushing Barren County forward. Yeah.
Collaboration is key, right?
Oh, it really is, and that's what I've always tried to stay focused on is developing relationships, networks, whether it's even just at the Barren County level, but in Frankfort and Washington, D.C. Today, I had so many messages from people from Frankfort or the associations that we're a part of, the KCO or KCJEA or Washington, D.C. people, just, that work for the representatives or the senators and saying, I wish you the best. It's been an honor. You're proud of what you've done for your community. State reps have honestly, it's running for public office, I will tell this, is not easy, okay, for anybody, no matter who. But I will say this, it's a very humbling experience, and you get to hear from people, you might hear bad, but the majority of it comes out to where you really truly find out who supports you, who is going to come to your defense, who's going to be there for you in the end. And it is a very humbling experience, and I'm very thankful for, to do it. And it takes a special person to run for office because, it isn't easy. You put yourself in the limelight, you're up for the criticism.
Right.
And I tell people sometimes you try to do things, but sometimes it's a lose-lose and sometimes it's a win-win, but most of the time you cannot please everybody. So you have to figure out your goals, you have to stick to those goals and objectives and keep that plan. And that's what I feel like we've done, and I feel like as a whole, going back to what we're talking about, all of those different things that we've done has been a piecing a puzzle together, and everything feeds off each other, whether it's quality of life, economic development, and those things all play together. So I really truly and collaboration, I mean, it's an honor, and I mean I enjoy it so much. Tonight was fun, like I said, to have the family. I've had my kids around me. We went out today and we went held the signs out, and they got to participate in that. We went to vote, and they got to see that and participate in that as well. And they've been really into it as well, the kids have. And, Shelby will be voting next year. My oldest will be voting.
That's hard to believe.
It is. She'll be voting next year, so that's a big thing. And I just want them to appreciate it also. And they're getting to see, the things that we're doing that they want to see and they want to grow. And a lot of first-time voters I saw today too that my kids are friends with, and they've been texting Shelby and telling Shelby hey, I voted for your mom, or they're excited about that. That's what we want. We want kids to be able to want to participate in politics and in government and make their communities better, and we are so blessed in Barren County. So yeah, it's been no matter what things you go through in politics or in positions like this, it is worth it in regards to being able to do great things for your community. And yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
I know it's sort of a relief.
Julie came tonight. Julie.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay, good.
Yeah, they came, and they've been wonderful supporters of mine, and her daughter interviewed me. And I got to talk about some things back in the fall.
That.
Yeah, I did her podcast there, and
very good.
So that was kind of cool to see her come in and just
definitely.
be a part of it. And for me, it's just a full circle moment.
Oh yeah, definitely. And when you came in, I noticed you had several kids with you, not just your own, but friends, and
yes.
It's good to see the younger generation excited, like you said.
They're like, where are you going now? Where are you going now? And
exactly.
I was like, we're going to get interviewed with SCRTC, and we're going to talk about everything, and so they're getting to be a part of it, and that's what we want. We want excitement, and we want pride in our community, and that's exactly what we're building here. So thank you all to everyone that voted for me. Thank you for every person that has offered support, and thank you to our community.
Barren County Judge Executive Jamie Bewley-Byrd. Thank you, Jamie.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
See you.
And we appreciate Jamie visiting us tonight. A lot of excitement in the room for sure. And do we have any new updates that we need to do now, or do we need to go to commercial break first?
Let's go to commercial break.
Okay, let's do that. We appreciate our sponsors tonight. State Farm agent Jason Miller, Colton's Steakhouse and Grill, Luxury Garden Center, Glasgow Coin and Jewelry, Diamond Elite Sport Complex, Walbert Trucking, and Hurt Auto Sales. And, of course, we're partnering with SCRTC for this venture tonight. tonight. We appreciate them. We'll be back in just a few moments. You're watching and listening to election coverage on SCRTC Channel 6, WCLU Radio, powered by Glasgow News 1.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Call Jason Miller at 651-3608 or visit online at insureyoursix.com for a free quote today.
Oh, thanks. That's real thoughtful. Now I'm thinking about a 12-ounce Sarah Lloyd. Let's go eat.
Cool. I'm calling my friends. We can all eat with this. Thanks.
Colton Steakhouse and Grill gift cards make everyone happy. You've taken care of mom. Now take care of dad and those grads for Father's Day and graduation. Colton's is fun, casual, and has something for everyone. Colton Steakhouse and Grill, serving you in Glasgow, Campbellsville, and Radcliffe. We know what's at stake.
Winter is finally over. Is your yard ready? At Luxury Garden Center in Glasgow, we make spring renewal effortless. Our designer hanging baskets add an instant pop of color, while our hardy shrubs build a foundation that lasts. Whether you're a seasoned DIYer or just starting out, find the quality your home deserves. Stop by Luxury Garden Center today and visit their Facebook to view containers, garden accessories, and thriving plants and flowers. Luxury Garden Center, always happy to help with your herb appeal.
I'm Eddie Bruner with Glasgow Coin and Jewelry. I'm a professional numismatist who has bought and sold tens of millions of dollars in coins and currency in the state of Kentucky. I've been heavily involved in numismatics in the state for nearly 30 years, and in the past 16, I've operated my store, Glasgow Coin and Jewelry, here on the square in Glasgow. I don't play silly games like a pawn shop or a day buyer. I'm straightforward and do honest business. I've been trusted by attorneys, courts, and citizens across multiple counties to appraise and liquidate collections of coins, currency, and precious metals. I'm South Central Kentucky's source for all things numismatic.
If you want the best for your baseball or softball player, discover Diamond Elite Sports Complex, located next to Luxury Garden Center, offering premium facilities for athletes who refuse to settle. From customized batting and pitching lessons with professional trainers, we are where champions are built. No matter the skill level, visit DiamondEliteKY.com and book your session today. That's DiamondEliteKY.com. Diamond Elite Sports Complex. Your journey to the next level starts here.
In 1932, a handshake meant everything. At Walbert Trucking, it still does. We're family owned and looking for local and OTR drivers to join our team. We're a local Glasgow-based company with nearly a century on the road. We know how to treat drivers right. Ready for a career where you're known by name? Apply today at GoWalbert.com or visit us at 106 Shawn Lane in Glasgow. Walbert Trucking, driven by family since 1932.
It's always good to see Bobby Lee Hurt from Hurt Auto Sales.
Always my pleasure.
What you got on the lot?
Just in, Todd. 2019 Chrysler Pacifica. Third row seat, local trade-in, lots of room. Price to sell at $15,900. 2017 GMC Yukon SLT. Four-wheel drive, local trade-in, excellent condition, priced at $21,900. 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Four-wheel drive, mid-size SUV, white with black leather interior. Price to sell at $15,900.
Head out to Hurt Auto Sales, where
there's no pain when you trade with Hurt.
SCRTC Connect is the ultimate Wi-Fi experience. Welcome home to reliable internet from SCRTC, your fiber optic provider. Create a tailored environment that allows you to take control of your Wi-Fi. Simple and intuitive features to keep your Wi-Fi network safe and at peak performance. Sign up for SCRTC Fiber Fast Internet today and download the ultimate Wi-Fi experience to take control of your internet. SCRTC Connect.
Welcome back to election coverage here on SCRTC Channel 6 and on WCLU. We're glad you joined us tonight. Todd Steenbergen here. And joining me right now, Alexandria L. Hayes. Good evening.
Good evening. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining me tonight, Alexandria. This is a new experience for you, running for city council.
It is, but it's been fun.
Well, good. And looking at the vote total right now, you finished in the 300s, 337 votes, and I believe that's with the absentees right now. So congratulations.
Well, thank you.
And this is your first time. What kind of experience did you have?
Well, I am also a graduate of the Emerge program.
Okay.
Class of 2021. So I've been in politics off and on throughout my whole life, working for other campaigns throughout my years, and then finally saying, you know what, I have a voice, I want it to be heard, and there's people that feel the same way I do. So here I am.
Very good. And campaigning, I'm sure you met a lot of folks over the course of the years.
Yes, I have.
Months, rather.
Months.
Yeah,
yes, months. A lot of fantastic folks, and
good.
I'm just humbled by the experience and glad that I have had the opportunity to do this.
Well, very good. You're definitely moving on to the fall election. So the campaigning's not over, right?
No. Now it's time to put your boots on and get ready for the real race.
Do you have anything that you'd like to really see for Glasgow in the future?
I just want our local government to have better visions for our working class and also our environment. Like, we need to start being prepared for what's coming so that our children and our grandchildren and our great-grandchildren actually have something to have and not problems that we create now.
You're more about solutions for what's happening now, right?
Solutions.
Okay, well, very good. Congratulations again.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for visiting us tonight here on WCLU and SCRTC.
Thank you.
Thank you. Alexandria Hayes, moving on in the city council race. And we appreciate Alexandria joining us tonight. And we are getting to that complete moment. We are not quite there yet, ready to wrap things up, but we do have election results for Monroe County. Monroe County has completed their count, so let me share for the SCRTC viewers over in Monroe County what has happened in regards to County Judge Executive. Jamie Veach has won with 51% of the vote, and this is the Republican Party primary, and I'm not sure if there was a Democratic contender for the fall or not. Some of these races may be like Barren County, and they're decided tonight. County attorney, it looks like 66% of the vote goes to Republican Anne Marie Gordon Anderson. For the sheriff's race in Monroe County, we have Lucas Geralds winning with 2,541 votes. And these are all Republican candidates that I'm looking at so far with these offices. In the first magisterial district, 52% of the vote goes to Thomas Chandler. In the second magisterial district, we have 42% of the vote going to Ronnie Page. In the third magisterial district, 76% of the vote goes to Matt Williams. And in the fourth magisterial district, 37% goes to the winner, Shad Welch. Fifth magistrate district, we have 65% going to Mark Williams, the winner there. And we have one constable race in Monroe County. For the fifth district, Frank Massengill is the winner with 63% of the vote in that race. And of course, in regards to the U.S. races, the national races, first district for congressman, of course, Monroe County native James Comer wins with 94% of the vote there. In the U.S. Senate seats, Amy McGrath, 53% of the Monroe County votes. And for the Republican side, Andy Barr finishes with 69% for the win in Monroe County. And I believe we're ready to get some updates now. Is this the final update on City Council, Chris? And hold on one second. We're still okay. Yeah, that microphone. And hopefully we will we will have some audio soon. We've got some technical difficulties there, and maybe we can make this one work. I think we got it now. I think we've got it.
How about that?
Yeah.
There we go.
Perfect.
Perfect. Yes. So yes, these are these would be all precincts as well, or all voting centers as well as the early and absentee ballots as well. So I'm going to run down all the numbers, and we'll come back and look at low numbers. And Todd, if you want to double check me to see what my 5 low numbers are. But Michael Rich comes in at 211, Johnny Belcher 670, Kent McElroy 135, Happy Neal at 1006, Alexandria Hayes, who you just interviewed a moment ago, 337, Riley Boggs at 388, Jeff Profit at 420, Randy Wilkinson at 1,146, Kathy Thomas, 273. Jamie Reed Fancher, 453. Melinda Overstreet, 489. Chastity Lowry at 1,004. Joe Trigg comes in at 943. Marna Kirkpatrick at 782. Bo Jones at 812. Elizabeth Shoemaker at 367. Terry Bennell at 839. Corbin Thomas Miller at 96. Tommy Burris at 577. Kristen Nicole Roberts at 205. Stephen Carroll, 198, Emberlyn Miller at 169, and Vernon Cutniff at 55. And so, Todd, as I look at this, I believe that your 5 who are the low vote getters would be Vernon Cutniff, as well as Emberlyn Miller, Stephen Carroll, Kristen Roberts, and would it be? Did you mention Corbin? I did mention
Miller?
Corbin Miller. Yes.
Okay.
Corbin, Kristen Roberts, Stephen Carroll, that's 5, right? Yes, that's 5.
I think so.
Corbin Miller, 96, Kristen Roberts, 205, Stephen Carroll, 198, Emberlyn Miller, 169, and Vernon Cutniff at 55. And so that would be the no one. Let's see if we don't have any 205. Yes, those would be the 5 low ones. I'm sorry, Kent McElroy, 135.
Yes, I think you've got them there.
So, again, the 18 top ones will go on to the general election this fall, and
it is notable a lot of the incumbents are in the higher margins of those vote totals too.
Yes, they are. The top vote getter looks like it was Randy Wilkinson, which I believe he was last 2 years ago as well, I believe, if I remember.
And I believe you were right. And then followed by Chastity Lowry in at second place, it looks like.
Actually, Happy Neal is at 1,006 and Chastity's at 104.
That's right. Actually, I'm looking at one that doesn't show the complete totals here. So yeah, there we go.
But very close. And so that would be City Council at this point. And we are tabulating magistrates right now, so we should know here in a moment with the final numbers for those as well.
I know the 4th District Highsville area is a very close race. Can you see the vote getters between Tim Coomer and Trevor Phillips?
So currently with numbers that we have, actually these are final with absentees.
Okay.
So this is everybody. We'll start with District 3 here. Tim Durham looks like has won won the primary, 568. Daniel Turner 213. Charlie Bunch 17. Going to Magistrate District 4, which we were talking about earlier with the that was very close. Actually, been close all night. Tim Coomer has won that 494. Trevor Phillips 441. Thomas Branham at 14. So, and then looking at the constable for District 4, looks like Wayne Pettigo is going to win that race. Looking at Magistrate District 5, Marty Kinslow has won there with 404, followed by Greg Gassaway with 185, 156 with Stephen Hernandez. Brad Gross in District 7 comes in at 295 with Michael Haynes only 105. And then going back in time a little bit, back to District 2, which is not final yet, so we won't go that yet. But we just finished up there with Brad Gross in District 7. And Brad is actually here and is making his way to the desk with you while we finish up these last 2 magistrate numbers.
All right. Have a seat, Brad.
Thanks, Todd.
And congratulations.
Appreciate that very much.
And appreciate having you here. And how many campaigns does this make for you? It's been a few with the City Council
11.
and Magistrate, right?
11. I lost my first one.
But you came back and you're keeping on, right? Barren County, we've had a lot of things to impact in a positive way over this last term, right?
Last 3.5 years. I'm proud of what we've got done.
Good.
Proud of Judge Byrd. She's been a good leader.
And you all have worked on so many different projects. Is there one thing that stands out for you that you might be the most proud of over these past 3.5 years?
I'm proud of the expansion at Jackie Browning Park.
Okay.
It was kind of something that was, I guess, having kids that's played ball all these years, I wanted that to happen, so I did push that a little bit.
And that park has progressed so much from when it started. I mean, it is a beautiful campus, if we can call it that. I mean, it is just great to have.
You go out there on any night, it's alive.
Exactly. Well, we wish you the best. Now, is there a campaign in the fall for your district?
No.
This is it.
This is it.
Well, congratulations.
I appreciate that. And I would like to thank my competitor, Mike Haynes. I mean, I appreciate him putting his name on the ballot, because it takes a lot to put your name out there. I mean, and I do appreciate that. I appreciate his service to our country. So.
Well, very good, and you're looking ahead for more great things for Barren County, right?
I think we've got a great leader in Judge Byrd, and I think the court's got good things to come.
Okay. Well, Brad Gross, I appreciate you visiting with me.
Appreciate it very much.
All right. Thank you. Brad Gross, magistrate, talking with us here. And I'm trying to think of the district, 7th district. I can't keep all the districts in my head there. Chris?
Because you don't think about District 7, you think about, like District 5. That's my district. That's out Mary Oaks way. So,
right.
Or District. Nobody knows what District 4 is, but that's up near Hinesville. So
exactly.
Sometimes we have to think in those terms. So we do have final numbers here.
And actually, the final percentages have been released on the Secretary of State website as well.
So picking up where we left off with District 2, Derek Pettigo wins that race 7-17 to Brandon Bell's 3-16. In District 1, Magistrate, Mark Shipley wins that race 3-23 to Brandon Bartley's 84. The big 3 county races that we've been looking at for months now have now finalized. Aaron Shirley wins the jailer primary, 3,667, followed by Hunter Jones with a little over 1,000 at 1,007, and then 245 for Larry Poteet.
And Aaron
Shirley will face a challenger this fall in the Democratic from the Democratic race.
He finishes here with 74% of the vote.
In the sheriff's race, of course, we talked to Mr. Bowe a moment ago, Sheriff-elect Bowe, as he has 2,200 votes to 191 for Freddie Wilkerson, Steve Garrison at 111.
And he has won with 77% of the vote.
77% of the vote. And then, of course, we talked to Judge Byrd a moment ago, who will remain judge. Comes in with about 3,000 votes compared to Ms. Pettigo's 1,500.
And that's 69% of the vote. So those three have had pretty wide, solid leads there.
They did. But I'm not sure what overall turnout was. When I actually went and voted on Saturday out at the extension office and was talking to Helena Chase Birdwell, and we did a quick interview with her. And she said that typically a presidential race year will have a large turnout, but I think we've had a good turnout considering that it's not been a large presidential race year. I think the Senate race, to replace Senator McConnell, that's obviously been a very active race and a lot of endorsements and things of that nature. And I believe I saw a moment ago that Barr has been declared by the Associated Press the winner thus far, and I believe McGrath has been. Is that correct?
Correct.
McGrath.
Yes.
So it will be McGrath and Barr this fall. So that'll be probably another exciting race this fall.
Definitely.
I'm sure there'll be a lot of energy, national energy, probably put into that race.
Oh, definitely indeed. And for Barren County, Andy Barr received 61% of the vote, and Amy McGrath on the Democratic side, 46% of the vote. So it was closer between her and Charles Booker here in Barren County, as it was in much of the state. They were sort of neck and neck in a lot of places.
Right.
Okay, very good. We have finished the results for Barren County and also Hart County and Monroe County. We have not received anything from Metcalfe County tonight. So they have not posted any statewide totals in the website there, but pretty much we have wrapped up with most of our local coverage.
We're going to join you up here just so we're not.
Okay,
yeah. Where they can only use one camera.
Yeah, why don't you have a seat right there? That would be good. Exactly. We've had a busy night, and the results have come in. We definitely appreciate our sponsors. We will take one more break and hear from our sponsors tonight. You are watching and listening to election coverage on SCRTC Channel 6 and WCLU, and this election coverage powered by Glasgow News 1.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Call Jason Miller at 651-3608 or visit online at insureyoursix.com for a free quote today.
Oh, thanks. That's real thoughtful. Now I'm thinking about a 12-ounce Sarah Lloyd. Let's go eat.
Cool. I'm calling my friends. We can all eat with this. Thanks.
Colton's Steakhouse and Grill gift cards make everyone happy. You've taken care of mom. Now take care of dad and those grads for Father's Day and graduation. Colton's is fun, casual, and has something for everyone. Colton's Steakhouse and Grill, serving you in Glasgow, Campbellsville, and Radcliffe. We know what's at stake.
Winter is finally over. Is your yard ready? At Luxury Garden Center in Glasgow, we make spring renewal effortless. Our designer hanging baskets add an instant pop of color, while our hardy shrubs build a foundation that lasts. Whether you're a seasoned DIYer or just starting out, find the quality your home deserves. Stop by Luxury Garden Center today and visit their Facebook to view containers, garden accessories, and thriving plants and flowers. Luxury Garden Center, always happy to help with your herb appeal.
I'm Eddie Bruner with Glasgow Coin and Jewelry. I'm a professional numismatist who has bought and sold tens of millions of dollars in coins and currency in the state of Kentucky. I've been heavily involved in numismatics in the state for nearly 30 years, and in the past 16, I've operated my store, Glasgow Coin and Jewelry, here on the square in Glasgow. I don't play silly games like a pawn shop or a day buyer. I'm straightforward and do honest business. I've been trusted by attorneys, courts, and citizens across multiple counties to appraise and liquidate collections of coins, currency, and precious metals. I'm South Central Kentucky's source for all things numismatic.
If you want the best for your baseball or softball player, discover Diamond Elite Sports Complex, located next to Luxury Garden Center, offering premium facilities for athletes who refuse to settle. From customized batting and pitching lessons with professional trainers, we are where champions are built. No matter the skill level, visit DiamondEliteKY.com and book your session today. That's DiamondEliteKY.com. Diamond Elite Sports Complex. Your journey to the next level starts here.
In 1932, a handshake meant everything. At Walbert Trucking, it still does. We're family owned and looking for local and OTR drivers to join our team. We're a local Glasgow-based company with nearly a century on the road. We know how to treat drivers right. Ready for a career where you're known by name? Apply today at GoWalbert.com or visit us at 106 Shawn Lane in Glasgow. Walbert Trucking, driven by family since 1932.
It's always good to see Bobby Lee Hurt from Hurt Auto Sales.
Always my pleasure.
What you got on the lot?
Just in, Todd. 2019 Chrysler Pacifica. Third row seat, local trade-in, lots of room. Price to sell at $15,900. 2017 GMC Yukon SLT. Four-wheel drive, local trade-in, excellent condition, priced at $21,900. 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Four-wheel drive, mid-size SUV, white with black leather interior. Price to sell at $15,900.
Head out to Hurt Auto Sales, where
there's no pain when you trade with Hurt.
SCRTC Connect is the ultimate Wi-Fi experience. Welcome home to reliable internet from SCRTC, your fiber optic provider. Create a tailored environment that allows you to take control of your Wi-Fi. Simple and intuitive features to keep your Wi-Fi network safe and at peak performance. Sign up for SCRTC Fiber Fast Internet today and download the ultimate Wi-Fi experience to take control of your internet. SCRTC Connect.
Welcome back to SCRTC Channel 6, WCLU, and Bo Jones is sitting next to me. Hello, Bo.
How are you, Todd?
Hey, I'm doing great. Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
You keep on keeping on until fall, right?
It looks like I'm going to be keeping on.
Okay, well, very good. It looks like you had 800 plus votes, and that's unofficial right now with what I'm looking at, but qualifies you to keep on keeping on. How has this experience been for you, campaigning? Is this your first campaign?
It's my first time, and I've really enjoyed talking to the people, and it's a new experience. I thought about running for an office at some point, and this just felt like the timing was right. And I love Glasgow, and I love living in our community, and I feel like I can help the city, and all the council and the mayor.
Okay, well, very good. Do you have some things you'd like to see happen for Glasgow in regards to the growth or moving forward?
We're moving forward in a good direction. I would like to see controlled growth. I think we're doing a good job. We've got a new water park that's great. Went out and saw that, and we've got some good things going. New industry with Tate. So things are moving in a good direction, and just stay positive. And I've got experience. I was on the electric plant board. I was the deputy county judge executive with Jamie Byrd when she first won.
Mm-hmm.
I served in the military for over 27 years, and I also was on the Glasgow Police Department. So Glasgow's been my home, and I love it here, and I look forward to the November election.
Well, very good. Congratulations, Bo.
Thank you, Todd.
Hey, thank you so much. And I believe we have another magistrate that has come into the room, Marty Kinslow. I have to remind myself of all these numbers. The 5th District Magistrate. Hello, Marty.
Hello there, Mr. Steenbergen.
Hey, thank you for joining, and congratulations.
Well, I'm very glad to be here, and I'm humbled to be here, to be honest.
Well, we appreciate your leadership, and you've been on fiscal court for how long?
Well, I'm in the middle of my 4th year, 3.5.
3.5 years then. Yeah. Okay. Well, very good.
And
so
it looks like I'll be around for a little while longer.
Well, very, very good. I know you enjoy meeting the people in your district and talking with them about their needs.
Well, not only that, not only in my district, I like the title of Barren County Magistrate because what I do not only affects my district, it affects you where you live and everyone else.
And the entire county.
And I've lived here long enough that I've got friends and family in every corner of Barren County, and I'm here for all of them.
Is there one thing that you're more proud of, maybe the most proud of, over these past 3.5 years?
Yes, I'm very awed, I guess would be the best word to use, what we've done economic development-wise, the jobs in the industry that we've got already going to be here now.
Right.
But I'm excited about the ones that are still going to be coming, in agribusiness and tourism and all that. I'm just, this area needed this shot in the arm, and this court has really delivered, to be honest. That's what I'm most proud of.
So there's a lot of momentum to keep Barren County going in the right direction, right?
And it takes a lot of everybody doing their job, even down to the sheriff's department, Parks and Rec, the road department. It's all like building the foundation of a building, and everybody does their own job, and they do it well, and it benefits all of us.
Well, very good. Magistrate Marty Kinslow, thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Well, thank you, and I want to thank all the voters that gave me the vote of confidence to do this again. And once again, I'm kind of overwhelmed, to be honest.
Well, thank you.
Thank
Appreciate
you very
it.
much.
And we wish you the best.
Thanks.
Marty Kinslow joining us here as we are about ready to wrap up, aren't we, Chris?
I've been saying for a while I'm going to look forward to 8 or 9 o'clock tonight, and I believe we're here.
And it's
But
8:52.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's been a great night. It's always interesting and fun, and I don't know, a little bit stirring to see these candidates come in and talk about their races, and they've had a long haul with it, but. It's stressful, I know, for them and their families, but then they come in here and, victorious and excited about, the next the term that they're going to serve the community. So, and as he said, even though he's the magistrate of that district, really the magistrates represent all of us because, collectively they're voting the way that Barren County is going to move. So.
Right. Exactly. So. We've covered another election, and we greatly appreciate our sponsors tonight who have helped bring this to you. State Farm agent Jason Miller, Colton Steakhouse and Grill. I have not taken the time to enjoy any of the peanuts.
I don't know if you noticed this, but Bobby actually stepped outside and cracked open a few peanuts.
And I did notice that. I just felt I couldn't get away to do that.
You didn't feel like you could throw them on the floor in here, I guess.
Exactly. Also want to thank Luxury Garden Center, Glasgow Coin and Jewelry, Diamond Elite Sport Complex, Walbert Trucking, and Hurt Auto Sales. We especially thank our friends here at SCRTC for their help in helping us get this show on tonight.
I certainly wanted to second and third that thought and emotion. Kyle Jones and Nicole Randall have been instrumental in keeping this going. They're behind the scenes right now, but they have helped us with videos this evening immensely, along with our own Will Perkins, the video crew, as they've both put it on Channel 6 and also on various online channels as well. So we truly appreciate the partnership we have with SCRTC and treasure that relationship.
And definitely we want to thank our staff that has worked very, very feverishly tonight in getting the job done.
More than feverishly. I got of course, one of not only our staff, but our families have been helping this evening as well. My daughter, she texted, apparently at Barren, she was the person who was collecting the totals at Barren County High School, and she said they made them stand outside.
Oh.
And she said, I'm hot. And it's been a very hot, weird day for an election, but literally they've been feverish. So.
Definitely. Yeah, you mentioned family. I know Jackson, Alana, Laura has been involved.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And then my wife, Ann, has been part of the crew tonight, so we're grateful for that. All of our precinct workers, the ones that we haven't mentioned, of course, our own Kelly McKay, Reed Hoffman. We had Erica Toohey, Vicki Newberry, Jake Kessler, Todd Belcher, and Maria Belcher and Gage Wilson down at the clerk's office have been working tremendously there. And here inside, a lot of those folks came back and have been doing some things, but we definitely want to appreciate our Glasgow News 1 duo, Will Perkins and James Brown, for all the work that they have done tonight. Our friends here at SCRTC also instrumental. I know we've got a couple here, and you may know some more that have been involved with SCRTC.
Christian Commons has obviously helped. He did a lot of the graphics for us, the marketing folks here, and Jeff, of course, has been behind it. So as I said, we appreciate them all very, very much.
Well, great job, everyone, and that is going to wrap up.
And a couple more thank yous as I look around the room. James Brown, our news director, has been stationed over there we've temporarily set up Glasgow News 1 in the corner of this auditorium. Has taken it on the road. Glasgow News 1 never does a remote, but I guess this is a Glasgow News 1 remote.
This is pretty much it, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the GN1 remote. Also want to thank Macy Garrett. She did a lot of our social media tonight and also helped as in the some of the tabulating as well. So
right,
we appreciate all of our
I forgot
staff.
Macy. She's hidden over there. I can't see her right at the moment. And the food crew, a lot of folks helped with that.
Patty Bell helped with that as
yes, well. Yes, so we're grateful for everyone that had anything to contribute tonight.
And not to be philosophical, but I think the biggest person we need to thank is the Barren County voter, because without that, none of this would happen. And so
exactly.
I'm not sure exactly what the total turnout was. We said it, you know, it was a not a presidential election one, but it was a good turnout. So thanks to everyone who voted, because that's your civic duty, and everyone who voted should be proud.
Very good.
Even if your candidate didn't win.
Exactly. And thank you, Chris Houchins. And with that, we are going to wrap up our election coverage for the 2026 primary here in Glasgow and Barren County. We want to thank again our sponsors. We've named them already. We appreciate them, and we thank you for watching and listening tonight to SCRTC Channel 6 and WCLU, powered by Glasgow News 1.